undo my... Yes, I do. I have to unmute myself. Scoot gentle. No! Okay. All right. Scoot gently. You should be able to hear us. You guys... That's strange. Hold on, you guys talk again. Yeah. It's because it said there. Testes.
I think I just heard everyone, but we keep talking over each other, so I can't hear if I'm hearing the stream or us talking.
All right, here's how I'm going to do it.
You should be able to hear yourselves.
I have everybody else muted in VDO now.
Just
there we go.
We're back. We're on. We're live. Jeff, talk. Make sure you didn't ruin you.
I mean, we might be live, but I think we're dead inside.
Ah, well.
Born that way. Born that way, live that way, thrive that way.
Yeah. We're all good. Also, Jeff is not echoing.
I love that for me.
Echoing these!
Yet. He's not echoing yet. It's never at first. It's always like 5 minutes in that he starts echoing.
It's a super weird thing that happens. Hey, everybody. We are Torchlit Tavern, and we will never be able to figure out our audio in the first 2 minutes.
And that's just canon. You just have to accept it.
It's canon. It's not just canon. It's like dogma at this point.
It's part of the live experience. If we aren't troubleshooting our failures,
because we're
doing
live
you
by
a service.
We live by the phrase "fuck it, we're doing it live."
That's true.
Audio problems is our anchor being.
I mean, to be fair, we could fix the problem. We would just have to all be in the same place, and I would have to have a mixing board.
If you know that skill, that would be very fun.
That's a fun thing to keep in mind for the future.
Maybe for a celebratory episode.
Yeah.
Eventually, what are we doing today? In person.
That means I have to be in the same room as you guys, and that's going to be a no for me, dog.
Yeah, I'd have to put on pants.
Hi.
Yeah,
that's okay. You don't have to wear pants. And Henry,
hello.
And Henry,
hello.
In all fairness,
I don't know if you want me to put your name on blast.
Look at the
hello.
camera when I wave at people, not off at the chat down here.
And Henry, I would. How do I put this? I would acquire you. It would be fun.
That is a weird way to put that.
That would mean bad things.
That's a weird way to put that, but you know
why am I always the one getting sexually harassed on stream?
You
not
like it.
Not even sexually. It's just that you don't want to join us. You don't want to join us, and you're going to join us. You will. It will happen.
Then don't use the word acquired.
Hey everybody, we are Torchlit Tavern. We are a real play. Today we're a real play Mythcraft RPG playing Twitch stream. Our GM is a little bit distracted getting things ready to go. My name is Jameson Oxford. You can usually catch me GMing for the podcast version of this that started it all. And I'm going to be playing Gaul Sudman. And in Mythcraft, I am a race called a Broodeye, which is a small cross between like a gnome and a troll.
Yeah.
Also playing with me today is...
Oh, you can't say that. You know not to say playing with me.
Ryan
hates that.
Yeah, well, Ryan's not here. Someone's got to play with me.
I'll play with you.
Man.
I knew you would. Who are you playing?
Did somebody roll 4?
I am going to be veiled. I'm going to be playing Clifton Gray. I'm going with the... I know.
Last name?
Yeah,
he does. He's had a
I'm going to be going
this
whole
whole
name
time.
today. I'm going to be playing your little rapscallion, Clifton Gray, who is a little shifty boy, gets into trouble, but has a good heart. A lot of confusion going on with him. A lot of fun. I am hoping for a little chaos today, if I'm being completely honest. I feel like we've had a pretty timid last 3 eps. So.
You just want to lose. You just want to lose what's left of your soul.
I will address Henry's needs next.
He just
Mav.
wants to lose what's left of his soul. So,
Mav, what are you
first,
playing? Who are
guys.
you?
Hi, guys.
Introduce yourself, please.
I'm Maverick SD. I am playing the Hondu Jorn McBain. The Hondu race is a very lupine, upright humanoid type race. So I've got the long snout of a dog and a tail and whatnot, but I do stand upright. And I'm the tall, tanky one of the group. I guess we'll put it that way, because everybody else is quite more diminutive in stature.
You are the tanky one.
I am the tanky one. I am the tall one. He's an ex-guard with now a chip on his shoulder after actually experiencing the real world. So
I mean, not technically.
he's got some
an
issues,
ex-guard.
but okay. Well, sorry, let me rephrase. He's an ex-town guard.
Yeah, we're all guards
Ex-town
now.
guard.
Current
Ex-town guard. Yeah. So currently guarding other things and now acquiring things. But that's for a story for
Today,
coming right up.
not even another day.
Purloining.
It's a story for today.
And
for right meow.
Yeah, absolutely.
before we get to our GM, I will
Okay.
buy him a little bit of time. I do want to do a shout out to someone that is in the chat right now. It is Tatiana. She has been phenomenal. She's been working with us on trying to get us some graphic assets that are actually awesome. We're in the works for a lot of cool things. I'm sorry I don't have it pull-upable on my computer to share, but
that's such a terrible way of showing that.
Yeah,
very beautiful
I'm
I don't know why
aware,
you would do that.
but-
Just say.
I
if
want-
you
I want
care,
that
go
mug as a
follow us on the
sticker.
social
So
media.
just
It's-
disrespectful.
It's
of
gonna
that
be a
beautiful piece
sticker.
of art.
Guess what? You're in luck.
yeah.
Yeah.
Can I spend
is
my
gonna be a sticker.
hold on? Can I spend my story points on that sticker?
Oh no.
Ooh, that would actually be really cool.
Yeah, I'm gonna.
We have to mail them. You know that,
as
right?
As the
You have to
man,
figure out what. Okay.
as the man in charge of the Twitch stream, I'm gonna say yeah.
It'll
but
be like 10
because-
cents for a
but
stamp.
because it needs to be mailed, and you're getting something physical instead of something fucking theoretical. It's
Digital.
gonna be high.
Yeah.
It's gonna be high.
That's we'll have
Oh,
to,
yeah.
we'll have to think that one out to figure out how to do that.
And there's going to be no return address on it, so you better make sure you give us the right address, because we're not giving our return addresses out.
I mean, you already know how suspicious I get when giving out my address all of a sudden. I was like, wait,
Yeah, I know.
what is happening?
It's true.
Oh, yeah. By the way, Mav,
Mm,
we all got anniversary dice,
oh, fair enough.
except
That's what
for
you would
you.
have got. That's what you would have got if you'd
Yeah.
given your
You
address.
sent us a grab bag of dice. Since are we still vamping for you, bud?
No, I've been ready for a while. but
Okay.
you guys
Oh,
have just
full
been
send.
going. All right. Hey,
We can
everybody.
vamp, man. We're good at it.
Yeah, I know you are. And you know what? I really do appreciate that about you.
Oh, that's what you appreciates about us.
Oh, look, the floor. Hey, everybody. I'm Jeff, your MC. That's right, your Mythcrafter, a.k.a. MC. I'm also the Torchlit Twitch Master, the Twitchlit Torch Master. If it has to do with Torchlit and the Twitch, I'm the guy in charge. I'm the one who wears the pants in this relationship, and everybody else wears very stylish
Pantsless.
mini shorts.
No, we are all pantsless right now.
I
I'll have you know.
I will follow you to the ends of the earth.
So,
I knew what I was wearing.
He's just the only one responsible enough to wear pants, honestly.
I didn't know what I was wearing.
It's because pants are evil and deserve to. Yeah. Anyways,
It's
he's got
summer.
such
I am
strong
not.
thoughts about
I love
pants.
me. Okay, I'm wearing something comfortable.
Very stylish mini shorts, like I said. Anyways, so thank you for joining us on this lovely adventure. Obviously, we're a bunch of nuts, but hopefully you're gonna enjoy the journey we go on. What we do here is we play a fun little game called Mythcraft. It's a system that has been out now for like a year. Or almost, well, maybe not a year, but it's been out now for like just
It
8
has
months.
been. We've
It
been
has to
playing
have been
it
a
for
year
over
because he
year.
just sent us the
We
dice.
were in beta at the time, motherfucker. They were in beta. We were in early access
But
then.
it was still out.
Oh, okay.
It wasn't
Hasn't
officially
been out
out.
officially for a year. We've been playing this game for a year.
We have been
wild.
playing this game for a year, which is insane. But
and we're
insane in
level
a good way.
4.
Insane in a good
Fuck
way.
is that?
Hey, suck a nut. Choose left or right. Suck a
Do
nut
more
about
shit.
it.
no. You have to reserve one of them, so you have to tell them which one it is. One of them is always reserved.
We are live, gentlemen. This is a family restaurant.
So, this is a
You're
family
on to it.
restaurant? I've never been kicked out
Yes.
of an Applebee's before. Anyways, so
You ain't living.
just a Fridays.
TGI Fridays is stuck up.
We play this game called Mythcraft. It's a relatively new system. It's a lot like the systems you know, still D20 base and still has like stats and stuff like that. But it is different enough and interesting enough that joining us with thank you. It's different enough and interesting enough that it's really a fun journey to just see the changes. Aside from that, I also want to let you know, hey, what are we doing? Where have we been? I'm gonna give you I'm gonna ask Jay to throw up a timer, and here's how I'm gonna try to spill it out quickly. All right, so these vagabonds met in a city on a bridge, moved from the city on a bridge to a desert city with a flesh pit, went from there, escorted a caravan. Before that, one of them died, got brought back thanks to my kindness and a little work from a very evil horned creature. We'll talk more about that later. They made themselves to the city-state of Falth. In Falth, they're specifically in the city of Dirge, run by Felsen West. Here, most of the places are kind of run by crime organizations, syndicates, and such. This is where they found themselves. They went there hoping to help. What they found themselves in is in some business. What kind of business, you might ask? Well, this is that B&B, baby boy. The black market business. They're out there going to sign some deals and make some acquisitions. That's where we left off. Also, we had a shopping episode, which I didn't expect to be the whole
Nope, you're out of time. We're going to commit a crime against somebody dead. It's not so much a legal crime as a crime against tradition? God?
That's a good question. Jeff, where do you find your hats?
A crime against history.
To fit my big head, you know? That's why most of them are snapbacks, so I can adjust it.
Bro, you're talking to the guy who can't wear snapbacks because I go down to the last one and then it just pops. It's
adjust according to ego.
Yeah, whenever it's getting a little big, I just take the snaps back. With all that being said, here on Friday, welcome to Friday Night with the Boys, and boys is gender neutral for all you out there who may think it's not. It's gender neutral. You're one of the boys tonight, and what we do here is we party on Friday night. So we got our drinks. Cheers. There we go. Popped it, gripped it, ripped it, sipped it. So we got our beverages. We're going to have a good time tonight. Like you always do on Fridays, right? So as we crack into this story, let's talk about where everybody feels like they are. They were left off having basically just made a deal, agreeing to sign a deal that says basically like, hey, you sign this deal, you keep your mouths shut, and you are held accountable for the things that the information that I give you. And if that is all amenable, you go get the stuff I asked for, come back, I'll pay you for it. The basics of the deal. There is specifics of the deal, which
nothing bad could happen.
I'm not going to really go over at this stage.
Only good things. All good things.
Nothing bad could happen.
As I said, they basically just made that deal when they left off. So where, gentlemen, do you think you are now?
For story's sake, I think we went to bed and we woke up in the morning and we're getting ready to go. Anyone disagree?
Yeah, I'm ready to get going. Like, we've got our gear. We didn't use up a lot of stuff. Do we need rations or anything to just quickly say we buy, or are we good? I think we're good.
I got stuff. I think Gall definitely goes out and feeds his tortoise.
Yeah, I got a
turtle. Sorry.
Yeah, okay. I do have one quick question. What does a turtle eat?
Turtles typically eat vegetation. Yeah, leafy greens.
Easy enough. There's vegetation in this area, right? We're out of the desert.
Hey, Jay, you can summon vegetation.
I'm solid. You're right. Thank you so much for that reminder. Yeah, I'm good. Let's go. Let's go, baby.
Yeah. I spent the night cuddling with Winston.
Winston being
He's
the
he's
name.
my new
Where are
pillow.
my notes?
Winston being the name of.
My new dog, who is a Napoleon Mastiff.
Yes, your new dog, which is a breed resembling a Napoleon Mastiff, and also sea turtles eat jellyfish for sure. He's not a sea turtle.
Oh, that is true.
He's not a turtle
I mean,
of the sea.
so my only pushback on this, while I do understand that it is a mount and it is implied to be on land, it is also a species that when it gets big enough, flies through space. I do believe that this is a weird middle ground between
It's not a sea
turtle and
turtle.
tortoise.
It's not a sea turtle though.
It
For
says
sure.
turtle, and it says it
Yes,
flies through space.
It's a turtle.
Does it fly through space by walking?
Yes. It uses
Wild.
psionics to fly. It doesn't
As a lover of
need-
Terry Pratchett, I'm very mad at you. But
it,
we can continue.
it starts
Jeff,
its life
just-
for many, many, many years on the ground.
Sure. Does it like change its feet over time? That's also red. That's acceptable.
I don't think so.
Jeff, just real quick.
Yeah.
What was the technical name for the dog?
Fuck. Good question. Next question.
How fast does it run?
It's another great question.
Oh, that thing they don't do.
They do it. You just have to find the creature.
He said doo doo. He said it.
Got him.
Fuck,
Fucking
you
got
got
him.
me. God damn it.
Fucking got him.
You fucking got me.
Oh, there you go, Jay. She wants to draw the turtle for you.
Oh, his name is Accord?
Like a Honda?
No, like a chord. CHORD.
Oh,
Like, let's have an accord.
before you spelt it, I was gonna say like accordion.
Almost. Yes.
Oh yes, I remember where I have to look.
Like accordion.
Accordion.
Chaos Child says their name is Harlow and their pronouns are they them, and to tell Mav that they say hi.
Hello.
Hello, Chaos
Hello.
Child. How are you doing
Oh,
tonight?
I know that. That's yeah. Hi.
Hi, Harlow.
That's my friend.
All right. Yeah,
Um,
we are ready to go.
Well, we're not
If you
entirely
want me to
ready
start
go
googling some of that
because
stuff,
he very
I
much
can Google that
started
at
with
speed.
a question, which then I have
Let
to
me answer
fucking
some of these questions
answer.
for you, so you can push us along.
Yeah, figure out. It's in the beasts. All of the animals are always in the beasts.
Yeah,
You
yeah,
figured that out all by yourself.
Let me pull
You're
that
so
up.
smart.
Yeah, I'll pull that up.
Okay,
So
I'm not.
smart. You're so smart.
you're so smart.
I'm not smart.
No,
I'm just
no,
here.
I don't think anybody ever claimed you were.
I'm just here so I can
He's-
find.
I
Got
think
him.
he's got a diabolical cleverness.
Fair enough. I think he can be smart. I think that's a switch he flips only when emergencies arrive.
Oh, and Henry, I do want to set a record straight really quick. I think it's important that I do get this one off. While I did say I would love to see you let loose more, I also followed that up with, and this is on record if you'll check the tape, I would never do that to Jeff.
You did follow it up with that.
Thank you. Put it on the record that if this is crazy, it's not all on me.
Sure.
Wow, that's
you know what? I'm more worried
crazy.
about the crazy coming out on the
Crazy.
other game. I decided to start running, so
Ooh, yeah.
that's where it's gonna hit. All right,
We're gonna
now
really feel it.
Ironically, the one we should
animals.
probably be the most tame in because the chaos that's already just the game.
it's built in. Yeah, I built in chaos for you, and then you're like, wait, I could bring more.
Aminals. There's the aminals.
I've got
right.
more.
All right, we wake up.
Waking up,
Hale and Hardy,
You guys didn't
sober
really
as
give
a
me
stone.
enough.
We've
Yeah.
got our packs. We're ready to go. We're tightening up the pack. I'm trying to figure out how to hitch a lot of our stuff onto Accord,
Yes,
and,
according to your pack animal.
who is also pulling the wagon now because he's very strong.
He's a strong boy.
He's very strong.
So what are we doing with the horse?
Well, we keep him around. If you need to, scout ahead or something, you can take the horse and we'll hitch you to the side of the wagon for the most part. It's good to have
Or
an
we could
extra
ride it-
pack animal.
I guess we could ride it next to it as well. Somebody else
That's
could
what I'm
ride
saying. Yeah, that's what I'm
it.
saying.
Okay.
Maybe you should ride him.
I mean, I look around at everybody. I'm like, yeah, all right.
Yeah, you look around. Oh,
I mean,
for those
This is the only
uninitiated,
available mount for you.
for those uninitiated, I didn't hit this at the front, so I'll hit it now. Not only am I the MC, but I play a cheeky little character in there for them, just so that they have someone else to bounce their crazy off of. And so, Jairus,
The MCC.
yeah, the MCC.
The MCC. Can't believe we haven't figured that one out before.
Yeah,
I got you.
what a groundbreaker that is. Jairus looks over at Jordan and he goes, "Yeah, I mean, I don't care. So you go for it, because like I'll just ride in a cart like I do. It's a lot less work. I don't know how often you ride a horse, but it's a lot of work."
I imagine the moment we set off that because it's a turtle now, it's not like a smooth ride because turtles move kind of like jerky and you get like knocked down.
No,
it's not a
much
pleasant.
worse than that. It's much worse than that because what happens is it's a shockingly smooth ride because the turtle
Whoa.
doesn't move that fast. And
Yes.
we have now started moving much slower. Luckily enough, the turtle is less encumbered by the weight of things.
Oh, yeah.
But now,
So it has more
Balance
endurance.
out.
Has more endurance. It just doesn't go as fast.
yeah. So now,
All day.
instead
all
of
day.
him sitting there going, "Ah, yes, what a wonderful ride this is," after about approximately 5 minutes, he goes, "So, are we gonna get there today?" He said, "I could walk at least this speed, probably faster."
How far was it?
Which it's down the street, and in fact, we're still taking our time here. We're not. It's just. Never mind. You know what? I'm gonna take a nap. And he lays down the back.
That's the spirit. Y'all, your other races move things way too fast. You can take it easy sometimes.
Hold on. There is.
Clip is just living his best life,
I have notes for this.
riding on Winston. Just,
Yeah.
it's great. He's super happy.
Now everybody has a mount except for Jairus. Jairus is in the cart. Just now.
Being grumpy. Just being grumpy.
He was grumpy at first, and
Classic.
now he's also classically in a
Classic.
nap. While the two of you are literally like moving forward, stopping, moving forward, stopping.
For the record, the turtle is as fast as we are.
Sure. Did you figure
True.
out how fast
It has a
his horse
20-foot
is?
speed.
Did you figure out how fast his
The
horse is?
is much faster. Mm-hmm. Don't get me wrong.
So the horse moves. I
What-
think
what-
I think the
what-
horse
what
is like
the
50.
So the horse is
stat block
walking.
for the dog?
That's what he's asking. He asked that, in fact. So look for a dog of any kind, hound.
Okay. The horse moves at 50.
I found
And
a beast dog, the Azuzu or something like that, and it moves at 45.
So we are
There should be
very
just a
leisurely
regular
stroll.
dog.
A doge. Find a doge.
It should be
I-
like a
looking for a
regular
dog.
hound of some sort. If you don't find it, we'll talk about it.
hound gave me an axe hound. What's another word for dog? I'll just keep looking. You do your thing.
I'm gonna. So,
madam.
anyways, you guys are moving forward at strangely different paces. I also think that even though trained dog, did you buy a trained dog? What notes did you take on that dog?
Yes.
Okay, so even though
Winston.
that's the whole notes. Fantastic.
Yep.
So
Winston.
I'm going to give you the benefit of the doubt that you bought a trained dog. That's what I'm going to give you.
I do.
I'm going to give you that. I'm going to ask if you're going to ride a dog, which is not something dogs are typically trained for. I'm going to ask for 2 rolls. 1, I'm going to ask for, ooh, gosh, I need my character sheet out so I can see what seems most applicable here.
That's gonna be probably
It's awareness, I think.
an awareness roll. Yeah, it's gonna be an awareness.
That's the same. That's the role you would
Because
do.
animal
for, like,
handling is an awareness.
It's an awareness-based skill, right? Yeah, exactly.
Yes.
So I'm gonna need an awareness roll here just to see how well you're able to handle this animal.
Okay.
Are you gonna need one for me as well?
No. You have
That
a
is-
horse. That
What?
is
That's
That
fine.
is
Sure.
a flat 18.
okay. That's
I
great.
have-
Now I'm gonna need you to roll a luck roll to see if you are able to ride this thing. And I'm actually no. You know what? I'm gonna let it be flat. A flat luck roll.
Oh, I can't put anything into it?
Just your luck. Unless you
Okay,
have an
not
applicable-
athleticism or anything for my capabilities?
No,
just luck.
this is luck. This is luck. You were
Okay,
able
well,
to-
that is a 17.
17 luck. Out of
bad.
17 luck, you are lucky today because somehow this thing that has never, this dog that has never been ridden before, somehow gets that you want it to go a certain direction. Now, with that being said, it is
Winston's a good
still,
boy.
it is still kind of meandering. It is
That's fine.
some work on your part. It's
Sniffing random things,
right.
Yeah, that's
Oh
fine.
yeah.
So
I
really do
expect
have-
nonetheless.
doing
They really
this.
do have stats for a cocaine bear.
yeah,
But
they
so
have
far,
stats
Oh,
for
yes.
Cocaine Bear. It's the best stats in the
Oh,
game.
jeez.
Funnest stat block in the game, I think. There's a lot of really fun stat blocks. I have to honestly say, for anybody who likes being on this side of the screen, my side, honestly, go look up this game. Go find Mythcraft.
What's so special about your monitors?
If I could punch you.
Okay. So for the record,
they're
the
curved.
closest there are two things that are dog-like. One is called an axe handle hound, which is literally a dog with an axe beak face. It has an axe for a head,
love
and then a
that.
wolf.
Do
They
I
are, the same challenge rating.
What's the challenge rating?
I don't-
If the challenge rating is higher
One.
than your... Okay, challenge rating 1. At a challenge rating 1, I will give you... I'm not going to give you anything as cool as an
Or
axe handle
monster
hound.
level. Sorry, monster level for
Yes,
Mythcraft.
that's what it is, monster level. I'm not going to give you anything that cool. I will allow you to reskin the wolf. I'm going to tell you that this trained wolf, this trained hound, I'm not going to allow you to take it into combat. Or I will, and keep in mind that that thing probably doesn't have enough hit points because it will be halved from whatever a wolf's hit points is.
Yeah. And it has 15 hit points. The wolf has 15 hit points and moves at a speed of 40 for your reference.
Yeah, you can have a dog, but I will kill your dog on stream. So keep it out of combat. I do not give a fuck.
You're gonna turn him into fucking John Wick
Where,
over here.
what happened to the trained dog stats?
Chaos Child.
I don't know. They're
I'm glad that you're loving this so far because I'm not anymore. Who are you?
Right?
hey, you be nice. You be nice. You be nice.
No, I'm being nice to her. I'm
Oh.
not being nice to him. He's
Oh,
so
okay.
mean.
All right. Okay.
He's so
All right.
mean.
To be clear,
Also,
to
hey, I'm just gonna shout out that if we're gonna do something fun, it is the axe handle because it has an ability called Tree Cutter, and it can move through solid wood at a rate of 5 feet on each of its turns.
and I'm not giving him anything that fun. I'm not
it's
giving him
going
anything
back.
that fun for what I know he paid
Oh,
for.
but it's so cute.
It's great. That's
You know what
fantastic.
God, I wish I could
capable
throw.
of.
I need a way to throw up images for this chat while you're doing things. That'd be great.
You know what I'm capable
There's a
of?
photo.
They're in this building. There's no door that you have access to. What's the building made of? I don't
Wood.
know. Logs? Cool, I go through the
Hold on,
wall.
hold on. I'm sorry. This is promo for Mythcraft, okay? Because Timberborn, the other ability it has, when held by an ally, the axe handle hound may be wielded as a weapon.
Yep.
Oh no.
They are small. Apparently.
The whole saying of beat a
So
motherfucker
you also
with
could
another
not ride
motherfucker.
an axe handle hound.
You couldn't write
But,
it, so loses a little bit of the fun there.
but
Also,
I
I have
love
already
them, and
said.
that's all I wanted to
I
say.
have already said. Hey, guess what? I'd said it already.
Not happening.
At
Not
the
happening.
front of this,
No, I
at
get
the
that.
front of
I
this,
just want- I love
not
it.
the not happening. That let me tell you, this side of the screen is fucking crazy fun for this game because there's so many weird, stupid, fun things, and I'd say stupid in the most endearing way possible. Like that's silly, so many silly, weird, and fun things in this game that you, when you start digging into it, you're just like, what?
So good.
What?
It's very good. All right.
All right. Anyways, so you're going to make your way to,
We're on the
I
road.
believe, if my notes are correct, I named your contact Piker, correct?
Yes.
Did anybody take other notes on that, or somebody else named Piker? Because
Yes,
my notes are
Piker
not
is a satyr. He's the contractor for our item recovery.
fantastic. So,
That's right. He's a satyr. I forgot about that.
yeah,
Satyr, but wiser.
you make your you make your way to where he said you could meet him the following day. You don't actually meet him in the black market. You meet him in, and again, not even in the same tavern, because now at this point you all signed the deal again, if I remember correctly. Anybody want to argue against that?
No, I
No, we did.
think we
Okay.
signed it. Yeah, I think we were good.
So you signed the deal, so now all of the information he gives you is protected under contract, which you can almost assure has some magic in it. Because if you're a smart businessman, you're gonna do that shit.
Say nothing to no one.
Yeah. So you meet with Piker at a relatively nondescript building that he instructed you to go to. You approach the building, you knock on the door, and expecting you, he opens up. Now I have to remember his voice. Damn.
It was like Scottish, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah. I believe it was Scottish.
Let's see. What's
I done. I see you've made it. Welcome.
Wasn't too hard to find, actually, surprisingly.
Oh, good. I am pleased that you are able to find the place without too much difficulty. So, come in. You may tie up your animals outside. They didn't need to come in.
Type the horse.
I used bee spawn to talk to my turtle, so I can do that.
Yeah, you just tell him
Nice.
to wait.
And I tell him, yes, he is rude. He's not letting you in his brain. No, he's got. I'm sorry.
Rude.
No, I know. I'll bring you a snack.
Just for the record, there are multiple versions of the wolf.
Yeah, I
There's-
chose the lowest tier.
Yeah.
Okay, because there is a level 2.
Yeah, no,
Dire
I
wolf.
picked wolf. There's wolf, dire wolf, and then like super wolf. Where the fuck? I just looked at wolf.
Alpha
I
wolf.
assumed to not look at that.
Yeah.
There was also hyena.
The good news is your dog can level up.
I don't remember your actual name, so I'm just going to call you by the first part of your Twitch name, which is Celestial. Celestial, yes, he's our MC. Has a great many voices. We try to do our voices as well.
His
Oh yeah,
talent
he's
is-
the vocal talent.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I have some, but I have a very basic
He
one. for
needs
this
to
one.
pursue the work in voice acting harder than he does.
It's
You're
very
right.
true.
I do. If only I
He's
would
the vocal
put
talent.
work
I'm
into
the visual talent.
it. Is that what you are?
That's what I'm gonna say.
I was the
I'm-
diversity hire.
And I'm here.
Yeah, he's like a quarter Asian.
Jay,
He's like a
here.
quarter Asian, everyone. He's the diversity hire.
He is the
I'm-
diversity hire.
I meant that more of a joke than it actually was, but yeah. Dog is a Pokemon. Oh, yeah.
So I think you found trained dog in the things that you could buy, and if it doesn't have a stat block, then we just go with the nearest thing, which is wolf.
Basic wolf.
Okay.
Basic wolf. Again,
Okay,
you're gonna
cool.
half its hit points because trained dog doesn't necessarily mean you can fucking attack with it, and I think that's.
It'll defend itself. If you need stats, you can look to the wolf. And
So you think? Okay, so it's 15. Are we rounding down or up?
Always round up. That's a literal
Okay.
Mythcraft rule. Always round up.
Okay, so it's got 8 HP.
Fantastic. You
That's
take the notes
rough.
yourself. Yeah, take the notes yourself.
No
Yeah.
puns intended.
Don't let
Yeah,
it
well.
get hit.
It's
Yeah.
a low AC game, man, or low
It
HP
is.
game.
It's an incredibly low HP game, so that makes sense. Yeah, so there you go.
You get some armor.
It's going to cost you.
Yeah. We got money.
I don't know who Stoic the Vast is,
I
but
am.
thank you.
Isn't that what's his name's father from How to Train Your Dragon?
Ooh, good pull.
Is
I
that,
think
is that
so.
who he is?
That would be a super compliment because that's Gerard
Sure is.
Butler.
Yep,
Thank
sure
you.
is. That's amazing.
That,
Way to go,
that,
bud.
that is
Once
a man.
again,
That is a
stop
man.
inflating the man. He has a
Yeah.
job to do, and it's play the guy giving us a job to do.
Yeah. See, I'm the one full of useless movie quotes and knowledge. That's why I pulled that out of nowhere.
All right, come on in. You all are ushered in. He sets you at a you
All right.
are immediately ushered into what looks more like a front or like a not a front room. What's the word I'm looking for? Like a lobby than anything, which is again maybe a little like you're like, huh? And he goes, this is the room we do business in. And there in that sort of lobby like room is a table and some chairs. And there is several scrolls in scroll tubes. He goes, have a seat. I assume all of you just take a seat.
Mhm.
And he stands at one end of the table and he starts unraveling these scrolls. He says, so, since you're a bunch that's relatively new, I'm not going to give you anything that's worth too much. It's a bit of a trial. With that being said, you still owe me it. So, worth too much or not, just remember, just do your best to remember that you better get it to me, one way or the other. So, and he pulls out this scroll. Upon this scroll is a description and depiction of what looks to be a lute. He goes, this is the lute of lost tomes. Now, in the most ironic way, it has been lost.
Huh.
So, it is not an incredibly powerful item, but it is useful. That being said, hopefully, you won't see any competitors on your way. You see, we have a bit of a rivalry going here in Dirge. You see, even though it feels as though our black market is fully stocked, we are in direct competition with Harlan's people. Not Harlow, Harlan's people. They, I hate to say it, corner the market. Though we are growing, what this means is, if you do find your way to the more valuable items, you're more likely to run into someone else being hired by them. But likely it's not someone hired by them, because they have their whole syndicate is dedicated to this. Yes.
How do we recognize Harlan's people? Do they have an emblem or a uniform?
Give me a second.
They're black
And,
market dealers. Probably not.
Also, just to confirm what we discussed last time, you want us to kill them, right? If we encounter them?
If you encounter them, I didn't think you'll have much choice. It'll be kill or be killed.
So basically, if it's not us, take it out.
If we run across them out and about, there's no need for them to know we're working for you unless that word's already gotten around. Yeah, like we don't have any.
I think more the worry is while we're actually doing the work. If we're out and
When we're
about, most likely
when we're in a
we-
dungeon. Yeah.
Here's,
When we're in a
here's
dungeon, obviously, there's
hypothetical.
probably a reason we're there. But
Here's a hypothetical. What if
just making
we,
sure.
I don't know, maybe bump into one of them in town and they fall down a flight of stairs? We get paid for that as
would
well?
be- that
Or
would be
only on the
illegal.
job?
That would be illegal, Clip.
Listen,
If they fell downstairs?
if you're in the if you're in the borders of Falth, then I'll tell you that what happens to someone like that, whenever it happens, will be investigated by those people. Whether
By the Harlans.
no, by whoever runs wherever you are.
Oh.
So I didn't think it's something you need worry about too heavily, but it depends. If you find yourself over in Beachhead, which is the name of the city that's got the walls, well, I recommend you don't go crossing them there.
Beachhead.
Sorry,
I'm gonna write
it's
it down.
Beachvale. Breachvale.
Breachvale. Got
My
it.
bad. Breachvale.
Don't FAFO in.
You told me
Breachvale.
it was called Crag.
I did.
I have notes.
I did, and I recently got more information, and
Okay.
so now it's not Crag
Breachvale.
anymore. It's Breachvale. My bad. It has an actual name.
I just
and
want
I'd
to
like
point
use
out,
it.
I am no longer responsible for my actions, and neither is Jay. It is now Tatiana
Uh-oh.
who is responsible for my actions moving forward.
Okay.
No, you are responsible for your own actions, sir.
I can't
Take responsibility for
can't
it.
be held liable.
Okay.
I cannot be held liable.
Well, I don't recommend anything you've told him without knowing what you've told him. But here we go.
Oh no, in chat. It's in chat. I was
No, I
given
see that.
permission to interact. Bring on the chaos.
Sure.
So, regardless, whatever it is that you do to your competitors, if you see them outside the line of duty, as it were, is what you do to them. But, as I
I
say,
don't think that's going to be a problem.
just be mindful.
Okay. Well,
And to answer
I
your
can
question-
pay for it. I mean, it's not worth my time.
To answer your question, they didn't have any markings that denote them, as you would
Uh,
rightly assume.
yeah, that makes sense. Just thought I'd ask. All right. Well, so this loot, are we allowed to ask what it does?
Plays music.
No.
It definitely it does play.
Sure.
I mean, it's a
do.
book. You read it, right?
That it do. No, it is a loot. You don't typically read a loot.
Oh, loot. Oh, yeah. Sorry, I heard as though it was the loot was a
Lost.
book. Sorry, that was my bad.
Loot
It's
of
loot
lost
of
tomes.
tomes.
Yeah, loot of lost
Yeah.
tomes. I was like, oh,
Yeah.
the book. No, so it's a loot. Got it. Oh, so you play music on it.
Yeah. Yeah, but it's also enchanted.
This actually
Hey,
could
wait,
also
where
be
is-
hey, side
where
note,
is this
side note. I'm reading it off the website and it could be mislabeled because it's written tomes one place and tones another. It does make more sense
is
as
canon.
tones.
People aren't sure.
Yeah, that's fine. I don't care.
So if it's lost tones, it means it actually makes it's a super
Is
musical
it dangerous? Like if I pick it up and the strings play, is dangerous magic gonna happen? Come on, like
If you play it and for some reason are able to activate it, which you shouldn't be able to do, it will.
Well, I have a history of being able to do things that were way above my pay grade, so I just like to cover my bases.
If you do,
Jordan just shakes his head and like,
if you do, it will. It could potentially result, if the information I've gathered is to be believed, could result in you losing your ability to hear for a period of time.
Oh shit!
That's nothing new.
sounds kind of similar to something else that we have. Looks over at Klep.
We're acquainted with the feeling, but it is not ideal. Good to know.
I'm really living in the moment where Gaul just goes, "Oh shit!"
All right, that's okay. That's understandable. You said that you had some information to get us started on where we might find it.
Yeah, I have some information. I have not looked at a map in a while, and that's silly. So let me see if I can
Might
find
want to
one.
do that.
Yeah.
That's a great idea.
Yeah.
Just maybe.
Yes. I should have done that today, but you know.
Yeah.
It's located in
Yes.
Falth.
You're
No
right.
travel required.
It
And I
is.
get
right
a-
next door.
Oh
In
yeah.
the
It's gonna be
sewer,
located in
under a
Fall.
grate.
Not again. Please not sewers again. I don't want to deal with rats.
I don't know why you guys are complaining. The sewers were perfectly fine for me.
Hey, look, there's a map.
Yeah.
Hey, look, a map.
Also, for anyone unaware, I was not involved in the sewer interaction.
was not
Yeah,
there.
exactly.
Took a day off.
Yeah, I went to Disneyland with my kids and my wife and my family.
Hey,
We
don't-
too
don't
met
fucking-
a precocious rodent.
Don't hide your shit in this, in the pretext of
I don't think
family
they
fun,
exist, Celestial.
all right? Okay. here we
This is
go.
a family channel.
Hey, it did.
All right.
That interaction or that lack of interaction gave me background for why I used a spoon. Okay.
Spoon Man.
Boom, man.
Oh, man.
So yeah.
May he rest in peace.
Yeah. So, clicking around here. Oh,
tell
gosh.
us where it
did
is and we go.
everywhere. Oh, ain't that a bitch? Yeah.
Okay.
Ju-
So
Jump cut.
he tells us where we go. We go there. Wherever this place is, we're investigating that place.
Yeah, absolutely.
We're looking for this
Thoroughly. We're
tomb.
looting all of the things. Anything that's not nailed down.
We're looting for the loot.
God damn it.
ROUSs, I don't think they exist.
What's an ROUS?
I don't know. Not only are we
I don't know, but I don't think they
shun like
exist.
shun.
I
It's a
actually
magical.
don't know.
It's a magical deal, player Don Charlie.
Curse your name.
Shun the non-believer.
You don't know a line from fucking Princess Bride, and you're gonna bring up the fucking Charlie. God,
Dishonor on
we're in the wrong
you.
group.
Dishonor on your family. Dishonor on your cow.
Rats of unusual size.
Oh,
yeah,
that's
ROUS.
size. Got it. Yeah.
Yeah, rodents.
on the whole-
Rodents
I am-
of unusual size.
Yes.
With that
I
being
know I said
said,
it in chat, but I do want to say I am loving the activity in chat,
Also-
guys. This is
also
awesome.
known as Mickey Mouse.
All right. Fuck, I'll
We don't
go
want
for
that Disney smoke.
Cheers.
Cheers.
I'm gonna run out of drink at this rate.
Hell yeah. Get another.
All right, where are we going?
All right. So he says to you, he says, this one won't be too far. There is this is where it gets complicated though. So
Okay.
won't be too far, but it will get complicated. So there is said to be
All right. Gall pulls out his notes. All right, right. Let me get directions.
there is said to be a hidden within the mountains not far from here, there is said to be a temple of sorts. Now, there may be other items there, but it's said that it may be there. I think, personally, it is more likely it is in the library. And you may ask, what library? Before we get there, there is also the stolen library. It is a place that is within Falth, but is also relatively lost to time, which makes the most sense. Now, others have argued with me because they say it's the loot of tones, not tomes, but I didn't care. Where I would send you, if it were entirely up to me, is to find this library. Now, the stolen library is in Falth, and it is supposed to be on the other end of Dirge. So to one side are the mountains that you know, the pass that you can see from here, the one that that Felsen often charges people to make it through, the Cloud Piercers. There is an easy path through there, but you would have to go off the path if you wish to find this supposed temple. And in fact, you likely have to go around the other side, because it's likely not on the side.
Nobody
people
knows
travel.
where that. We also have to find the temple. Nobody knows where this temple is.
The temple is also not easy to find. Now, keep in mind, both of these, the entire crux of your job is not to go someplace where I know exactly where it is. It is to go someplace where I know roughly where it is and brave it.
Out of game, Jeff. I know you're getting close to your mic. Can you move your camera down? Because on the stream, you're talking under your banner even. There you go.
Sure.
Can you pull your mic closer to you, or is that as far as it goes?
I could pull it closer, but it wouldn't make
I don't know.
Wouldn't make it down more.
All I'm saying is in
Talking
response to
into it,
chat, I want to retcon the fact that back when we were fighting the disembodied spirit back in the mansion, I want to have said, "My name is Jordan McBain. You killed my friend. Prepare to die."
Oh, God.
You'll have to wait for another instance to say that wonderful
It's
line.
okay.
We'll have to wait for that.
It's okay. I have
Oh,
a tendency to
man.
die very early in games and missions, and just in general, I have a tendency to get very close to death. Always.
Well, that's where you're wrong, Henry. What you weren't dead. You were just mostly dead. And there's a big difference between mostly dead and all dead. You see, mostly dead was slightly alive, and that's why we brought you back.
Everybody were running past and telling them there was a unicorn. Inconceivable.
Just make me Miracle Max.
It does make you Miracle Max, and you should be
I
happy.
do want to go on. I do want to go on
the stinking
record.
sun.
On record, we have someone dying in chat. We are not responsible.
We'll take a miracle.
We take
Don't
no
rush me,
responsibility.
Sonny. You rush me, you get rotten miracles.
Never fight a land war in China, and never bet on a Sicilian when death's involved.
Perfect. 10 out of 10.
Great pull. Great pull.
I'll talk. Hey,
Anyways, we're gonna Princess Bride ourselves to death right
I will talk
now.
about Princess Bride all night. It's my favorite movie.
Yeah, we'll Princess Bride ourselves to death right now. So let's
Have
let's
fun
instead,
storming the
let's
castle.
instead bride ourselves on being professionals. How about that? Let's bride ourselves on being professionals. All right.
Have fun storming the library.
I would hate to kill you.
All right. So he says, and more. Fuck. Now I'm trying to do all kinds.
You got it.
My head
You got
is
it.
filled with voices now. All right.
You'll get there.
You got it.
And more to the point, if the reason that this is a low-level thing pardon me, that I'm asking you for is because it's hard to find. So, if you'd like to start griping about your job now, then I would gladly let you off before you even start.
No, I'm just trying to get some details so we could find our way.
Along the backside of the Cloud Piercers is supposed to be this temple. I think it's not likely that it's there. On the other side, where the Cloud Piercer mountain range continues, but not within the mountain range itself, is supposed to be the Lost Library. Based on what I've heard, based on the information we've been able to gather. So, you can go ahead and see if you can find yourself to the, sorry, not lost, but stolen library. There should be, in that library, enough knowledge that it is worth stealing from. So if you find it, not only should you grab that loot that I've specifically asked you for, but as much knowledge as you may be able to pull as well.
Yeah.
What is...
Other, would you say tomes probably that are of interest?
I would most definitely say tomes, which is what makes it slightly
two
more
questions.
interesting to me.
Yeah, two questions. One, well, you said that these jobs tend to be of legally ambiguous nature. This stolen library belonged to anybody? This doesn't sound particularly illegal, this particular mission.
Well, illegal in the province of Forth really starts to take another level to it, because every territory, every city, every piece of this land of Forth is controlled by yet another syndicate, another crime family.
Got it.
What is legal to some is illegal to others, and stealing is stealing.
Okay.
But I'll tell you,
Which crime syndicate owns the area we're going in?
you will have just left the area that Felsen is in control of. The area by which you should find yourself. Well, it is close to the area that has been claimed recently by the Grey Hoods. Grey Hoods should be something that Jordan has in his notes. If you don't, you've got a problem.
Aha!
What do
I
I have
asked
in
the
my
correct question.
What do I have in my notes?
Something about Grey Hoods. If you don't have
yeah, I
anything
asked
in
a
your
question
Are we
notes,
that leads to
spelling
a
gray
thing.
with an E or an A?
E.
I do not. That's not something that I was even aware of.
Okay.
That's to my knowledge.
Okay.
The second question was more of an academic one.
We'll
and it's
come-
who
we'll come back to
stole
that.
the stolen
I
library?
didn't finish. Hold on. Don't start your second question.
Okay.
It should be in an area, or it will be close to the area recently taken control of by the Grey Hoods. That being said, it is likely in another territory altogether. The territory of which that is. The name of the family or the boss in charge of it is not really of too much concern to you, but I'll tell you that they would be displeased if they were to find out that one, the stolen library is on their land, and two, that they weren't the first to get to it. So, keep your mouth shut along the way.
More hostile. More likely to be hostile. I get you. I get what you're putting down.
So, the only thing worth noting here is that it is said that the stolen library was set up by one of the bosses who was one of the first to settle this area of Forth. You'll notice that we do not run like other places. So, it is filled, potentially, it is filled potentially with a great deal of interesting information, but being settled by someone of such great power, it is also said that it isn't anywhere for long. It moves based on the suns and the moons, of which we have several, as I'm sure you know. Actually,
this is
of
that,
which
that
we
show
have
with
several.
Rebecca
You would
Romijn.
know. You would know. There is like, I think it's 4 moons and 3 suns. So,
All right. Okay. All right. Well, how is all right? Academic question. How is it a stolen? Who stole the library, and how? Because it moves.
it is called the stolen library because it is filled with knowledge stolen. It is also the stolen library because it steals away as it moves, as I've said, or at least it is.
Oh, that's clever. That's clever. There you go.
At least that is the rumor. So if you happen to
Have
find
you tried just getting a library card? Like maybe you just need to be registered.
I don't know if
we
I'm
start
selling
traveling.
the lack of amusement, but I just it's there.
And I greet him with a completely earnest expression, not looking to be amusing.
Klep
Jay's
is
amusing,
just
but gall.
Klep is just bonding with Winston throughout this entire conversation.
Just playing with the fucking dog.
Outside?
100. No, like in there.
Nope. He
Winston's
said
with
tie
him.
up your animals.
Oh, I didn't hear that.
I was surprised you didn't say anything. Now I know why. You weren't fucking listening. So
All
you
right.
can either be
So-
inside listening,
Surprise, surprise.
So we got.
outside
Then
with your
Klep is
It
looking
doesn't
out
matter.
through
He
the
wasn't
window.
listening anyway. Yeah, he wasn't listening to the conversation, obviously. Anyway.
Listen, I would yes and, but there's
all right,
definitely
2
no
locations, 2 potential. Mountain pass, outside dirge, across the mountains. We can get safe passage to a certain point, after which we got to go looking for it. Did I miss
window.
anything?
Yeah, it is important to note there are 2 separate directions. You won't take the mountain
Yes.
pass for either. You have to go around the mountain for one. And, well, in both situations, you're going to go towards the outsides of the mountain. One, it will be the other side of the pass, the part that no one walks through, which makes it treacherous. On the other, it will be following the mountains until you veer off. It should be, based on what I've learned, should be in some space before you reach the next territory of, I can't read that on this map, but it starts with a D. So let's see if I can figure that shit out.
We're gonna call that one Pass A, and the other one is Path B. Yes.
Sure.
For Path B goes around the mountain. Path A is the one that
Also
might be
goes
in
around the
mountain
mountain.
somewhere. No, but it's the other direction.
Yes, one is in the mountain. Right?
Yeah, one's through the mountains.
One
the
is
other one's
on-
around the mountains.
Both are around the mountains, technically. Again, I have to make this very clear.
Not if you're going through it. What the fuck, man? It's either on the mountain pass or it's not.
I very
Okay,
specifically
how about this?
told you it's not on
Let's
the
just
mountain
make it
pass.
easy. As a group, which one do we want to go to?
What you said, you have to branch off the mountain path.
Let's
Yes,
just pick
before
one. Which
you
one do we
go
want to
onto
go
the
to?
mountain pass, before you're going to branch off, before the mountain pass, to go around the mountain, the place that nobody goes.
Okay, and what was the other one?
The other one is to the west. The other is to the northwest. So you're going to go away from you're going to exit the city that you're in, the city of Dirge, to the northwest. You're going to see the mountains, and you're going to move towards Deshariel. There will be a river. It is supposed to be in between the mountains and the river. That is a pretty wide space, but it narrows at certain points. It is close to the edge of Deshariel. That's what he's trying to tell you. That's what above board, so I don't have to do this in the voice and answer just a billion more questions. That's what he's getting through.
I go with chat and I say we go up.
Hey, I love that because I don't
Chat says
have
go
like
up. We go up.
I'm okay with that.
Okay. Yeah, you choose whichever way you want to go. He gives you the maps. He circles on the maps about where each of these things might be, right? And in the about, it's probably at least, if I were going to turn it into miles, it's probably at least like 20 square miles in either of just being like, it's somewhere in here. Actually, 20 square miles is a little big. Let's say 10 square miles.
That's a
Somewhere
lot.
in here.
Okay.
It's somewhere in here. It is a lot. You must keep in mind that the idea here is that it's not going to be easy to find.
Yeah, no, that's fair. I was just thinking about, I was like, 20 square miles, that's multiple cities, potentially.
Depends on the city. And in most cases in Southern California, that's definitely not multiple cities. But here where we are, it is. Sure. We have a couple cities that are really small, butted up against each other.
Yeah.
But with that being said, even on a horse, do you think it would be difficult? Would it be crazy to search between... do I want to just tell everybody where we are exactly? Between the 3 cities that are connected right here? Like,
I have no idea. We go up.
Fair enough.
Yeah, up's good.
Yeah.
We
Yeah.
need to roll some dice and do things.
I was trying to get it down to A or B because it technically does not like matter. I'm like, path A.
Sure.
That's the only reason I was trying to differentiate them.
Yeah, absolutely. A or B. A is temple. B is library. You chose B. You've gone your way to path B. You make your way through the city. You make your way through the city of Dirge. On your way out to the northwest. Pardon me. I'm sorry. Couldn't help it. I've been drinking.
I've been drinking.
I've been drinking. Energy drinks.
This guy says
Because I need it.
real.
I fucking need it.
Yeah, he doesn't drink.
We don't drink on stream.
Absolutely not.
We don't.
We would never.
Some of us do, but we don't. Not all of us. Anyways.
No, we definitely don't.
I would never. I have never.
It's not the weekend. I totally wouldn't be drinking.
Yeah, why would we?
Absolutely not.
We don't.
Listen, the
Torchwood
tavern
Tavern
is
does not
still-
condone the drinking of drinks.
First off, yes, we
We
do.
here at Torchwood
Cheers.
Tavern do not condone the drinking of alcoholic
I don't-
beverages.
I don't know if we can actually go to the library because from the
Nothing in
sounds
the
of
cup, you
it,
can't brew
it
it.
sounds like Klep is banned from libraries.
Probably that would make sense.
Klep is banned from libraries.
Well,
So-
I thought about
Klep-
doing
Klep-
some additional research of my own, but I decided I don't. Care.
Klep would do one of two things. He would either steal a book or he would ruin a book.
Oh,
We're an
yeah,
hour into this, and
absolutely.
I haven't fucking rolled a dice yet.
That's what I'm
we go.
saying. Let's go.
Yes, let's go. Let's get it going. So you guys make your way out of the city.
Fucking ridiculous.
What I will say is that any of the people that by any means or measure you may recognize as Felson's thugs do regard. This is just a weird thing. Actually, you know what? I'm not going to shoot it out. I'm gonna make you roll for it. Let's roll some dice, motherfuckers. Roll me, all of you. Roll me a awareness check.
Can I also
Am I
roll look
adding
for
my
library?
am I adding my perceiving to this?
You may add your perceiving. Yes, absolutely. Oh, okay.
Cool.
Doesn't know the shit.
Oh, hey, all right. I like
Okay.
that roll. I love that
So,
roll. That roll's fantastic.
It may not be up to the normal standard. It's had some work done. It's had a little bit of a lift. It's a 20.
Okay.
Hmm.
Little work on 20.
It's a-
Mine, mine's a 22.
Yeah,
Yeah.
mine would be a 27.
Oh, holy moly.
Wow.
So we all
I
know.
wish that I had Mavi's die.
I rolled a 19 plus 8, my guys.
Yes.
Jesus.
So let's start with. I'll start it with the person who rolled the highest. As if you feel it on an instinctual level. You're able to perceive it on a level. Maybe that's something to do with the fact that you've been kind of like judging books by their cover in a professional standard, for so long, right? Being sort of a guard, doing all this. But you notice from these people who are, ostensibly thugs, that as you make your way through town, they don't, and all of you end up noticing this, you all rolled great, they don't seem to regard Klep very well. And in fact, there appears to be a sort of overall, hey, keep your eyes on that guy sort of vibe. The rest of you, mostly okay. But because you're with him and you notice, and I'm going to say that very specifically, Jorn notices that for sure. That it's
I'm catching the side-eye glances at him specifically.
At him specifically. I think the other two of you only really notice that you're catching some, you're of attention as you make it through as a group. Even with the 22, I'll say that it's like a 23 or above would have gotten you what Jorn sees, which is a specified attention to Klep. The rest of you just kind of see that, like, okay, they're kind of keeping their eyes on us as we move through here, which is weird. I thought we were cool, I guess, you know? Oh, and if anybody's curious, Jairus is still asleep in the cart. He's gone back to sleep in the cart. He was there during the whole breakdown.
And back to taking a nap.
But he's right back to taking a nap.
We have a request from outside for a cheers.
All right.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Cheers, gents.
I'm trying to find.
Again, we at
appropriate-
Torchlit Tavern do not condone the drinking of alcoholic beverages.
Absolutely not.
No.
Mine's water. I don't know what you're talking about.
Mine's just
soda.
Mine's just tea. Clearly.
You can't tell what mine is because mine's in a cup.
What a professional move you've made there.
It's a Baja Blast.
The book talk people in the chat are talking about porn, and I'm just going to call that out real quick.
What?
So we travel.
All right.
Wait a
so,
minute.
talking about porn in chat. I love that for
Hold
us.
on, we're talking about corn? We're talking about corn,
Corn
right?
in chat. Sorry. We're
Yeah,
talking
we're
about corn in chat.
We're talking about corn.
It's
On or
corn.
off the cob? Big question.
I don't know.
Big
I
hunk
haven't
with
read the
love.
book personally, but I do know what it's about.
It's cream
Personally,
corn. It's cream corn.
Creamed corn indeed. All right. So
Veil.
Like in a can or like
Veiled.
homemade?
veiled.
Oh man.
Veiled. He called it. It's been veiled. All right. So I have to make everybody aware because
A little spicy.
Mav is not aware, so he's got to be in on the joke. So we did a session 0 for our newest game, System Overload, 3 Wednesdays ago, and
Yeah, 3.
during that session 0, we decided basically we're going to replace phrasing with veiled. Anything which a veil is anything that you want to be
Veiled?
handled
Veiled.
off
Are we not
screen.
doing
Veiled.
that anymore?
Anything you want to be handled
we are doing
off
veiled.
screen
Got it.
is veiled. I don't
Got
like
it.
Veiled.
veiled. Handle that off screen.
Veiled.
Are we not
call
doing
you out for
are
behavior.
we not doing phrasing anymore?
No.
Nope, we're not.
Got it. Okay. So phrasing is now
Sounds-
cringe. Got it.
Anyway,
Yes,
people are giving me
phrasing.
dirty looks because they're bastards. I've done nothing wrong.
That's a lie. That's a big fat lie.
Anywho's,
We
So,
traveled.
you make it. You
They're
make
looking
it.
funny at Klep. We're traveling. Who was it that's looking funny at Klep again?
Everybody.
As we like on the
Survives.
roads.
It's
just like
Felson's
people
men.
pass?
It's Felson's men.
Okay.
The people you would
Gotcha.
recognize,
Ah.
the few that you
No,
do,
I know exactly why.
the people that you recognize as Felson's men are looking funny at you, and only one of you knows the you is Klep. So,
Yeah.
anyways,
You guys just see them stealing glances at us. I know for a fact they're specifically looking at Klep.
Do
guys-
you clue me in on that?
You guys
Or do you
notice
just
that
let that
people are
ride?
Looking at us funny.
Yeah, they seem to be looking at Klep.
Klep.
we all turn and look and like
Hey, Klep, what the hell you do lately?
from the back of
think
the.
done anything lately, but the only thing I can think about is, I mean, they did the fight with the golem, but I didn't fight.
Wow.
I didn't fight the golem that they know of.
I look at Gollum like, what does he mean?
Can people overhear us?
You can make sure that they can't.
I dropped my voice like a little low, and I was like, when you and Jarrus were fighting the golems to prove our worth, Clip tried to help you. I would like to call it surreptitiously, but it wasn't. Felsen definitely saw.
And for that matter, there were parts of that you saw. You saw the blinding effect that he did.
Yeah, I was gonna say you knew while you were there.
You were there.
Yeah, but I was in battle, so I may not have fully like realized. And then I was like, I'm putting 2 and 2 together and getting fish now. And I'm like, oh.
Yeah. So, suffice it to say, he didn't talk to y'all, but he didn't leave with the best look on his face when he walked away from us.
I
He
was
seems
doing it
to
out of
have-
the goodness of my heart. I wanted to make sure that you guys were going to make it
I
out
do find
okay.
it weird that he blames Klep particularly.
Well, the big thing is he was testing us. And
Yeah.
I wondered why that didn't seem to go very well.
Fun fact.
You guys are.
The us in question, we're still a team. I am a part of that us.
I'm aware, but he was testing the 2 fighters.
I
It
don't.
was a specific test for a couple of us.
I'm not
I appreciate
doubting
that. Not that I don't appreciate
Yeah.
that we are a team and that you would be helping, but he was specifically
Yeah, I
testing
don't-
us.
If West's got a problem with that, I don't know. That's on him. It's weird that
Hat for
they're
chat.
carrying that torch for him, and I say that a little louder.
Oh,
Cat for chat.
Cat.
I kind of want Jarrus to chime in here, but instead
half asleep.
instead of that, because you guys are talking softly and he's asleep in the back, so you just wouldn't rouse him with your level of talk. Instead of that, you hear soft honk mimes, you know?
A good old honk shoe.
He's not a honk shoer. No.
Good old hawk to it.
No, it's not a hawk tua. It's a honk shua.
He's not a honk shoer. That's what I'm saying. He gives. He's a snoring
Mini lap dragon. I love that. I've got a mini lap dragon.
So, anywho's,
I want a kitty. I
so
want it.
you guys make your way out of Dirge. On your way out of Dirge, you make your way into the. Oh God! So many things that I should have prepared more thoroughly. Anyways,
What? No, we're always prepared. No. Nobody listen to that. We're always prepared for everything.
Nobody look at the frightened GM behind the curtain.
don't look.
Tuck your head behind the banner again. Lower your chin.
Exactly.
They'll never know.
You can see me. I'm invisible.
Why did you just turn into King Julian for that?
You cannot
You
see
can
me.
see me. I'm invisible.
It's a really old joke for me and my friends.
Do I blend?
I like to
blend?
move it, move it.
So yes, you are moving your way out of the city. You move your way into what is definitely sort of a
Outside.
less.
I love that reference. He definitely. So
Having made it out of the city.
Jarrus is definitely snoring like baby Pegasus from Hercules. That is fantastic.
What a fun reference. I'll give it that. It is a fun reference.
He's so cute when he's sleeping.
Yeah, that's about it. It's the only time.
The only time.
All right, so do we get
Yes,
out of the city
That's
without
what I'm
any
trying
trouble?
to. That's what I'm very much trying to explain.
Oh, sorry.
So
I'm sorry.
you make your way out of the city of Dirge into a decidedly less urban environment. You notice here that, and this is for those who are uninitiated, but for Jorn, who is initiated, there's actually relatively large stretches, as there are in lots of the sort of, let's call them, I don't want to call them city-states, let's call them territories, as there are in many of the territories, large areas that aren't city, right? And in some places, that's a lot, there are great roads and stuff like that, and others, there's just kind of a little bit of untamed wilderness. Here you start to enter the wilderness that is. the area of Falth, the area that Falth resides in, is an area of rich forest and mountains.
Yeah, no, bad. Don't do that. It's a bad idea. Sorry.
Is an
Answering
area
chat.
is an area of rich forest and mountains, and you make your way into it. Now you have officially gone off the beaten path, but luckily enough, the forest is not, in most places, so incredibly thick that you can't make it through with your cart. You're welcome. With that being said,
Knew we should have got the axe beak.
the axe handle hound, sir.
I just want to point out real quick, we've been live for an hour and a half, and we've had a conversation.
Don't interrupt him to say that. Come on. He's going to defend himself now. It's going to take longer.
And that's why. Things like that right there. That's why.
See, he's going to defend himself.
So, you're moving your way through the forest. It will take you some time to make it. It will take you not a ton of time, probably about half a day to make it into the kind of 10 square mile area where you imagine this, or where you are not imagine, where you were told that this stolen library may be. Now, on your way there, you run several risks as you are starting to leave Felson's territory and potentially wandering into others' territory. Now, even though he didn't take notes of this, I do remember discussing with Mav that the area in which he had grown up was an area protected by the Grey Hoods. The Grey Hoods, and this is knowledge just for Mav, but all of you get to hear it. The Grey Hoods
Free knowledge.
are the only altruistic syndicate in the land of Falth. They seek to help people, which ends up making them an enemy of pretty much everywhere else. The reason that he was able to have such a sort of privileged childhood is because his village, which is not incredibly far from where you're going, but far enough that it's probably not like a quick jaunt, probably be another half day from where you're in the not the same direction to get to his village, if not closer to 3/4 of a day. But that village, that tribe of Hondu, have been in close relations of some sort with the Grey Hoods. So you know that you may wander to their territory, and Mav is going to have some better idea as to where that territory is, but even he won't know exactly because it's been years. Or not, maybe not years, but it's been a little while. At least a little while. And Mav knows as good as anybody that, especially with the Grey Hoods, their territorial lines can change quickly, as it's kind of a fight to keep whatever they've got. Mav knows if you run into them, it shouldn't be that bad. But you could run into any number of other people that aren't them.
Other factions and whatnot.
Other factions, for sure. The most notable faction that you might run into here is a small-timer who's trying to grab up all the areas that nobody really seems to care too heavily about.
A new up-and-comer?
Right. He's not necessarily a new up-and-comer. He's been around. He controls he had controlled one smaller city, but he is attempting to make claims on these pieces that people weren't really too heavily in control of.
It's going to be like a bandit Robin Hood kind of a thing, because he's taking pieces that aren't civilized so much.
We kill him. Let's go kill him.
You have not been told Jorn wouldn't actually know this. Jorn wouldn't actually know this because this is definitely something that's happened in much more recent times. So he wouldn't know it, and he wouldn't know the guy, but he would recognize the guy's name. But you were told there was another faction here. So you have to kind of tread carefully. To that end, I will ask you all to make some awareness rolls as you're moving through this. I will give
Don't get to
Jorn.
keep our good ones.
I will
Dirty
give
trick.
I will give Jorn 2 TD on this. Sorry, TA.
So +2 to I roll for what again? One more time.
Awareness.
Okay. And that is adding on to my perceiving as well.
Well, you haven't made a case for perceiving, but I will say yes, perceiving. Unless there's a
I'll take
navigating
your-
kind of. I will
I have
also,
I have
I
navigating
have
as well.
navigating.
So
Yeah.
I'll take your dirty trick and I'll raise you with a 21.
21. No dirty tricks here. Yes, I'll take navigating. Navigating really applies here because you're trying to, one, find your way through, and two,
Okay.
this is why you get the 2 TA, is because you kind of know the area better, so you can probably navigate it better than everybody else.
Okay, so 23.
I've actually never had apple cider with cinnamon sticks,
Oh, yes. Spiced apple cider with cinnamon sticks. So good.
23.
but I do fuck
23.
apple cider.
What do you add to navigating, Matt? Normally?
It's a 1, and then I have my awareness bonus plus the 2 TA.
Okay.
Oh, and just for the new people in chat that may not be familiar with Mythcraft, the rolls are not the same in that if you're rolling for awareness, there are things that you can add on as well because we have a whole set of skills, so you can plead your case to the MC and say, "Hey, would this help me?"
For example,
Usually
as-
give us a stat, like an ability score to roll in, and then the skills are sort of based within those ability scores.
Yeah.
So,
For example,
Exactly.
one of my
Yeah.
bonuses to awareness checks is because I'm a dog person, a Hondu. I have +4 awareness to things that I would use my nose for. Like if I was to try to find something specifically that I could use my nose to find, I have a specifically +4 to that across all my awareness checks for that specific part.
Yeah.
So
Yes.
Well, also, like,
cool bonuses.
more
different
more
things.
precisely what I was trying to get at is like, so there's your classic charisma roll. If you're trying to talk to someone, he could be like, "Hey, do a charisma roll and see if you can talk to this person." And I have personally a +1 to charisma, but I'm like, if I'm trying to persuade someone, I have a +8 in my skills for persuading. Does that count? And he would be like, "Yeah, you are trying to persuade this person, so yeah, you can add both your charisma and your persuading."
I mean,
get your base
your persuading
increase,
should
skill
already
increase.
include that. This is a side note. Should
mean,
already include your plus on
I
the
don't do
persuading.
that. And
Oh,
I haven't written it that way, but
yeah, on all of ours, it's just a flat plus,
Mhm.
and then you add whatever usually your stat
Correct.
is to.
yeah, the skill.
Okay.
Correct. I have it as
Because
a
I
separate
believe
skill.
This is why my
For
navigating is
mention that you could.
my
ask us
navigating
to
is level
roll a
1,
skill.
so that's +1 plus the 2 TA, and then plus my 2 to awareness, which gave me +5.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
it also
Well-
says that you might ask us to roll a skill with a different stat sometimes. So
Yeah,
I've kept
mhm.
this up.
Different things. Mhm.
Rare.
That's fair.
It's-
That's fair.
I
It's
have
fun.
navigating and I have navigator's tools.
Maybe I wrote them that way too, and then I've just been doing this wrong.
Oh,
Okay.
that's nifty.
Can you find out what the tools
They don't do
do?
anything as far as I can tell. I'm just throwing that out there. If you want to
I'll give you a
me-
TA for the tools.
I was gonna say that sounds like a
Yeah.
TA.
Yeah, I'll give
So
you a TA for the tools.
and the thing I think is
Um,
because it doesn't have a skill sheet. Jeff is the reason why that it doesn't show like adding them together like it normally would.
Yeah, that's fair. I also want to point this out, since we're just talking about rules of the game. A TA here is a tactical advantage. A tactical advantage is simply a +1. I can give him as much TA. It can stack as much as you can manage it, whether it's something I give because I think it's appropriate, or if it's something that the game rules specifically allow. You can also get a TD, which would be tactical disadvantage, would be a -1 to the roll. Anyways, fucking Z's. Damn. Let's get back to the game. So
No, that's Mimi's because they're resting in the library.
Yeah, they've got cider. One of them is a book dragon, catching you up on the whole.
No
vibe.
longer a book dragon. Shifted back to human.
Oh,
Lord, there's a whole lore in there that I
With
didn't know.
dragons.
Oh, there's things happening at the library
Yeah,
that we're not
there's
there
a
yet.
lot going on down
We
there.
are
man.
paying
You're-
attention
you're
to chat
behind.
still. I do want you guys to know.
Yeah, we
What
see it.
matters?
We see you.
We
Yeah.
absolutely see you. We just need to
So-
focus on what's happening.
Yeah,
I rolled a
we
nat
sure do.
20.
Oh,
Well,
there you go.
hell yeah.
Plus the
I had
TA, and so
A
you're 22
TA
with
of
a.
one
Yeah.
does a 27 altogether.
Sheesh.
27.
Dude,
Yeah.
we're
Where's this
shit
fucking
fire
library
right now?
Where's this
We know
fucking
where
library?
it is. We know.
Well, no, we know where we're going.
Yeah, that's
Get me on the. Just put me on the right path, my friend.
So between you,
Clip's
and,
got books to burn.
so between you and
It's
Jorn,
funny. There's this spot on the map that's completely blank.
so between you and Jorn, shit, this is why it's taken an hour. You are able to navigate through this with relative ease and go in and kind of skirt whatever territorial lines and markings maybe you can notice. At this stage, you will also actually let's roll for him just for shits. Yeah, he doesn't fucking perceive very much.
Doesn't matter.
You'll also notice that now that you've left the city, Jairus has woken up and he's keeping an errant eye as well. Now here's
I was using his face to put my maps on, like while he was sleeping. I was.
He was in the back of the cart. You can't do it.
he does have the horns, so I guess. So moving forward, now I will need luck checks, and before you roll them, I'm looking at you, Henry.
Hands in the air. I know. I heard it. I know that wasn't me.
It's for
Should I
you
switch
because
to
you
danger
literally
music?
roll, and as soon as I say roll anything, you're like, I rolled a dice. What is it for? Anyways,
Let's roll
I
it.
like dice. I like dice.
this is how it's going to break down. We're going to average your luck checks. If your luck check averages under 10, it's not good. If it averages under 15, it's not great, but it's okay. It won't be so bad. If it averages over 20 or over 15, you're going to have a smooth trail.
I'm looking at Jairus for this roll. Don't you fuck us.
No promises.
I feel like I got a nat 20, and I don't love the following odds. You know.
Yeah, no promises.
Okay.
Well,
That landed way off the board. Reroll. It got worse.
Okay.
Keep the first one.
Okay, then it's one higher.
Don't forget to add your luck to it.
Yeah, that'd be one.
Okay, so one higher
no,
is,
you roll-
let's get some numbers.
No,
here.
I add one. I got
Oh.
a 9.
9. Oof.
Mav,
People.
17.
17, here we go.
Jairus.
You don't need to know Jairus' roll. Move on.
I do.
No, he's doing his average. Let him
We'll figure it out.
Let them see
We'll figure it
cook.
out. We can
I
do
know
math.
the numbers. I need yours to do math.
17. 17.
Okay, 2 17s. All right, let's see here.
We can guess by context clues what he rolled.
So it's at least an 11.
I think we just watched two friends. Like I think they just became best friends. I'm glad we
Right?
could do that for them.
Yeah.
Did we
I,
just
That's what this is
Like,
about.
I genuinely.
Do you want to go do
like,
karate in the garage?
Exactly.
I genuinely am loving the chat interaction.
It's so alive tonight. It's so great. We love having you two here.
It's making
Please
me
don't
so
go off and
happy.
get married and leave us alone.
Yeah, right.
Right?
You know, they'll hop into another chat. It's fine.
I know they'll go be
All right,
happily ever
so
after.
you're
Another
right.
chat?
You're
For
right.
shame.
Good call. Good call, Mr. Mav. It's an 11. So, could have been worse.
Great. Could have
That's
been worse.
between, how badly did he roll?
He rolled pretty
That's
bad.
really bad. Because 17. No, hold on.
What,
yeah.
what was what?
So 17
two
plus 17 is
17s and a
34
9.
plus a 9 is 43.
Yeah, he rolled worse than me.
Sure
Head
did.
roll low.
Sure did.
I
buds.
told you, I'm looking at Jairus for this.
Oof.
Don't
All
fuck
right,
this
well.
up.
Not great, but not bad.
You know what? Jairus has always had my luck.
Clem
So
is gonna
sorry.
slit Jairus' throat and leave on the side of the road.
Jairus has always had my luck.
Oh god, I'm
Hey.
having an eye seizure.
It's called GM's luck, my man.
And it's my
Don't
good
worry.
eye, so it's fucking me up.
I'm gonna while he's having his eye seizure. I'm gonna pull a Henry. Did you roll the right die?
I did roll the right.
That is a
die.
good
Yeah,
question.
absolutely. Of course I did. I was on top of it.
No, just kidding, because his GM die is good. His Jairus
All right.
die is bad.
Yeah.
Punish them dice.
Yeah. So
So-
I'm going to. I'm
What does it mean? What does it mean?
What does it mean?
What does
What's
it all
in the
mean? What's in the box?
What's in a name? And I got downhearted.
Oh shit! I gotta change the music. This is too chill.
How does
We
it
gotta go into
feel?
danger. We're gonna go into danger music. This one's called Travel.
Every
at Night.
time that I. All right, Puma.
Shout out to
I'm from the
Epidemic
kids.
Sound for
Oh,
all our music and sound
sorry.
effects.
shout
Oh.
out.
Chaos Child. I'm blind in my right eye.
Yeah.
Quite literally.
Fully blind.
75%. 75%.
As fully
Oh, yeah.
blind.
I have
as-
some eyesight.
Okay. So just legally blind, not
I'm
literally.
Yeah.
I'm slightly colorblind in one of my eyes. I
He's
forget which one it
legally
is. But
blind.
Wait, how, what? You're slightly colorblind in one of your eyes?
yeah, so when I look
Huh.
with one eye, it's a lot of things are a little bit more blue, and when I look with the other eye, they're a little less blue.
Huh.
I don't remember which one because
Interesting.
I'm currently slightly inebriated. I mean, I don't drink. We don't drink alcohol. Sorry, I'm tired. Tired.
I don't remember because I'm
remember.
inebriated. Even when I'm shit
Speaking of not drinking alcohol,
blind in my right eye.
Yeah, that's being blind though. It's a slight color difference. That's it. It doesn't affect my normal day to day because I always use both eyes.
Yo, I love you, cat, but you gotta go. It's hot in here.
The
This
poor
cat,
the poor
I
kitty.
swear to you, that cat is a fucking heater. She's a furnace. Because I sleep on my stomach with my legs like this,
She sleeps in
and she
between.
curls up right here. And every time she does that, like, it doesn't matter how cold it is in my room, I wake up sweating.
Okay.
Oh, we
So,
actually are
this is
witnessing a
interesting.
blooming friendship.
Yeah. Okay.
I love that.
I love that.
Oh,
So
there's more
this
left in
is,
that bottle
this
than
is
I
what's
thought there was.
interesting. You all rolled really good perceptions, so I'm gonna really good perceivings, I should say. Prior.
Navigating,
But that was
yeah,
oh,
technically
you're right. It was
navigating.
navigating. It was navigating, so I'm not gonna sustain that. I won't sustain a navigating roll. But I'm also gonna say that you don't. This isn't something that is super hard to see, but I also don't think many of you know what the fuck you're seeing. I'm gonna give roll 2 take the higher level of knowing what the fuck they're seeing to Gaul, but the rest of you can roll an intelligence to see if you understand what's coming up here.
Can I roll history or religion on this?
I will allow history.
Okay.
Does persuading.
10.
Oof.
They're
Wow.
making, my dice is making me pay for its little bit of navigation.
Yeah.
Did you roll 2? Take the higher.
Oh, yeah. Sorry.
Roll 2 take the higher.
Thank you. Okay, that's better, but not great. 14.
14. Okay.
I rolled a 13.
Okay.
Thanos is at work here, boys, because I rolled a 7. All things must be equal.
What's the high roll? 14.
14. Unless he got a set. You said you got a 17?
No,
No,
he got
no,
a
it's
13.
7.
Oh, okay.
You got a
13,
13
okay.
and a 7. So high roll here is 14. This is what I'll give you.
We'll see something, but I have no idea what the fuck it is.
Yeah. So
It's like right on the tip of my tongue.
yeah, you definitely have right on the tip of your tongue. You don't know what it's called, but you have heard of and maybe seen small glimpses of these creatures. They are
Okay.
they are a small creature. Well, these are they're still a small creature, but it's still
Are they
only
scary?
about as tall as a human. It is definitely a plant-like creature, but not a dryad. It seems more, if you were to make it akin to anything, you would set, like, just based on the description, it's maybe closer to looking like a treant, but it doesn't look as mobile as that. It is and you, again, you've kind of heard of these as they, and what I'll say is that I'm gonna only give, it doesn't matter, you rolled too low anyway, never mind. Klep would have had a small chance to understand what this is, but because he didn't really get raised by his family for long enough,
Yeah.
he wouldn't.
Only 5 years.
Yeah. But you see them off in the distance. You do not know. What you know is that you've heard of them, but for the life of you, you can't remember if they're dangerous or not. So you see one tall one and two smaller ones.
We all see it, correct?
You all see it because I don't think they're trying to hide, though they do blend in. So it is, you're like, is that a tree? No.
How
We
far
did
off are they?
all roll over 20, though.
Not far.
Kind of like a tree.
No, you
kinda
didn't
like a
roll
tree
over 20 to see.
folk,
You all rolled
but-
over 20. Two of you rolled over 20 to navigate. Navigating
Navigate,
and
yeah.
seeing are not the same thing.
Maybe I knew that
Well-
some shit like this was in the area because I'm so fucking dope at navigation. Like,
They're not
if
far.
they're not far away, but we see them,
They're within
Gall's gonna wave.
They're within 30 feet. So like
that's pretty
you, they kind of snuck up on you because you're in a forest and it's easy for them to blend in.
And I wouldn't have any knowledge
only-
on them either, being in the local from the area. Okay, I just want to make
This
sure.
is not something
Weird
you,
because I believe it's important.
it's not something you're
Did they sneak up on us, or did we sneak into them?
there's not really any sneaking here. You just all of a sudden noticed they were there.
So we might have walked right
Okay.
up on them.
Okay.
Is Jairus awake?
Yes.
All right. I wave. Hey there.
It waves back.
Oh. Okay. Well, that's a good start.
Good sign. Good sign.
I say hello in both Tashari and Tifonian. Tifonian.
Yeah. And it's gonna respond in Tefanian. I think that's kind of more appropriate here. It's gonna respond in Tefarian, and it says greetings.
Oh hi. Did we accidentally tread upon your travels? Or do we?
We do not travel much. We are not known to interact with the city or society often.
Oh, okay. Well, we're traveling through. We're looking for
Stolen library.
stolen library. I mean, I was not sure if I should tell him. Fuck it. We're looking for the stolen library.
I don't.
I suppose you could help us.
This one knows not much of this stolen library you seek. We of the Florin
Maybe
don't concern ourselves with such. Also, they are. The page presents a danger to us as
Oh. Okay. Like the pages themselves are, it's bit up. It's like it's a paper thing.
It nods.
Understandable. Yeah.
And this creature that looks very much like I'm gonna go into describing it a bit more because now you've approached it. That's what you've broached with this conversation. You've now approached it.
Yeah.
You can't have talked at 30 feet. You can talk at 15.
Yeah. If it didn't act hostile, we kept rolling up to it, I guess.
So this
Like
creature
15 feet away.
resembles a tree that has grown to approximately the height of a human. You're not even certain it can move based on the way it looks. But it doesn't have a lot of branches. Instead, it has what looks almost like a humanoid style head that is just a tree with some leaves and like a branch for a nose and maybe a couple branches coming out. And where what could be considered shoulders in a rough estimation would be there's some more leaves and foliage and around what again could be considered a neck. And it has long, very thin arms that result in hands that could, if anything, resemble vines or strange branches. And the two
Kind of like the cross between a tree person and like a thorn elemental.
Kind of.
It's salad fingers. He's describing salad fingers.
The two smaller ones are much closer to salad fingers. They appear to be whatever this is young.
Saplings.
Yeah,
Yes.
Gall is like confronted with the fact that paper might be an atrocity, and he's just sort of contemplating that right now. So he's a little stunned.
It looks at you and goes, sometimes Florin are confused for, and it just kind of points to the trees, and you can tell that its language is not super well developed, but good enough.
Yeah, I can see how that'd be a big problem.
I'm gonna slowly like canter over and go. Are we okay?
It seems like it. They seem very nice.
Okay. So I just kind of relax. I just wanted to make sure because I don't understand. I see they're talking. I'm like,
Yeah. Oh yeah, you guys don't speak Tefarian. Huh?
Tefari,
Okay.
no. They do not speak Tefari.
Clip has just full faith in you. He's just sitting on Winston,
I
just
switched
minding
back
his
to
own business.
Deshari. I switched back to Deshari and I go, oh shit, I forgot. They speak Tefarian and they're friendly. Well, so far. We're having a discussion about that they get mistaken for trees and they're afraid of paper. I was asking them about the library.
Okay.
Do you guys have any questions for these? They might be able to help us.
It seems like you asked them about the library and they don't know. So
Not really. They say it's not their thing.
if they've seen any ruins, maybe.
I switch back to their language or to our language, and I go, so
Maybe none of the
couple
libraries.
questions. Yeah, you don't know the library, but are you guys? Do you guys travel much? I look down at their legs.
It resembles a tree trunk, so it doesn't really seem like legs.
Yeah.
You say that, and they go, and it kind of like moves in this sort of same way that that's not who I'm thinking about. Who am I thinking about? Gosh, who is the mother for the Addams family? Morticia. It moves in
Morticia.
Yeah, I got there.
Or she kind of floats.
Yeah.
Yes, it moves in a similar way
You
to
don't
you
ever see
see
her feet?
Morticia. You don't really see her feet moving, but you see her moving. And this,
They kind of meld with the ground.
yes. And it moves towards you. And
Her dress does her dress is like fucking roots.
which is why I thought it to be a good example of what this would be
Yeah,
like.
yeah, yeah.
Look at me
So
painting a
so,
picture.
yeah.
Love it, love it.
So yeah, I didn't mean to be rude. Yeah, we're looking for a place that's maybe a temple or some sort of ruin, and if anything might fit that bill, I was hoping you could direct me.
The Florin have not heard of this, but that does not mean it's not here.
All right.
It could be.
Fair enough. I guess the second question would be: have you seen anybody else traveling through here
Recently.
recently? Yeah, in the last few days, maybe a week.
The Florin did notice some. Oh, you'll excuse me. Sorry, things were happening on my screen. The Thorin did notice some centaur, but Thorin did not reach out. Keep young safe.
Are centaur are they dangerous around these parts?
Many creatures dangerous to Thorin.
Gotcha.
Usually better to be safe. But with you is Kleppin. Kleppin can befriend, and at times those of your roots, as it points to you specifically.
Oh, they're Brunei in these parts. Hey, Klep, there might be other Kleppin around here.
What? Where? Do you ask where?
When was the last time you saw Kleppin?
It has been maybe not maybe. Hold on. It has been, Florin thinks, sometime close to a season.
It's been a few months since they've seen him.
But
Oh.
Florin, no.
Okay.
They grow more that direction. And it
So they live
points-
off that way.
Yeah, it points more west, like almost directly west, which means it would be an offshoot of where you're going.
Yeah. Hey, thank you. I turn to Jordan. I go, oh, and the only thing he did see around here is centaur. Do you know anything about centaur in this area?
Ooh, what a good question. What a smart move.
Nope.
Do I know anything about centaurs in general?
I'll give this to you for free because centaur feel like more forest folk in general. That you know that centaur can vary between just kind of an ass to violent.
Really? Even specifically around nature. Oh, that's weird. Okay, no, sorry, it's just something off the norm again. Yeah, they
well,
can be.
I
they
may
can,
be
no,
a liar because I'm not reading the centaur thing
No.
in front of me. So
You are the MC. What you say goes,
Hey,
my friend. So if you
we're
say that they
outside-
can be,
Like you said, you guys start
douchebags,
making the shit up.
yeah,
Yeah. Oh, I
they're
have.
not nice or they're
deep in it.
violent. So we should be on guard. Okay, so then we just got to make sure we keep an eye out because centaurs have been known to be less than friendly. To
Yeah, not
most
friendly. I was wondering if they were different in these parts, but yeah, that sounds about right. Okay.
They're not all that
hey,
way. They're just known to be from time to time.
Hey there. My name is Gull. These are my friends, Klep, Juris, and Jorn. I wanted to tell you thank you. What was your name?
Florin has no name. I'm Florin.
Florence enough. Thank you.
All are Florin. It points to its the young that are with it.
I wave at the youngins.
They're a little
Klep
bit more
hops down off
tree-like,
of
so they just kind
Winston.
of like wiggle.
do the pseudo widow wiggle.
Yeah, basically.
Uh,
They're like little saplings. Just
Klep
kind of
hops
moving.
down off of Winston and not being able to speak to Fungan. Just walks over with his water skin and presents it in like a "would you like some" manner.
To the big creature.
The Florin.
Yeah, to the
Yes, the
tall
one that
Florin?
is helping us.
Florin A. Florin Alpha.
Yeah.
Florin Prime.
Yeah.
The Florin looks at you and looks over at Gaul, and then kind of with slightly tilted head says to you, "Is this offer?"
Yeah, he wants to know if you want some water.
Clip splashes a little bit in his hand so that the Florin can see that it's not damaging, like just water.
Florin would take.
I think he says, "Yeah, Klep. If you want to give him a little water, do you want it handed to you, or what?
I was
Should
gonna say, can you ask how I should
Pour
give
it,
to
or
It has a mouth, so fuck it. It goes. We'll take.
pour it on your feet?"
It doesn't say anything. It just looks and goes,
Oh,
No, it reaches its hand out. We'll take.
okay. Then Clip just gives the water skin to the Florin and nods his head and walks back over to Winston.
It looks up and it pours it, and it mostly makes it into its mouth and a little onto
Winston pees on one of the children.
No,
And
no,
then-
God, stop it.
and then it pours.
Stop it.
It pours a little on each of the smaller ones.
Yeah. Hey, thank you for what you told us, and for your help. This is by a road. You might want to move back from the road. If you'd like being by the road, I could maybe make it a little safer for you and your kin.
It looks around and says, "Is no road.
Nah, fam, we're good. Pulls out some Uzis.
Is no road."
Well, I mean, it's a trail. The centaurs. So, I rather than argue with him about that, because yeah, we are off the beaten path. We found you. I have a spell called Wall of Briars. The only issue is that it does say it has a duration of 10 minutes. Is there a way that I could hand wave that to just sort of build? I want to grow a thicket around him and his his
I like
family.
that narrative.
They're kin.
Yeah.
Yeah, I will allow you to make what would be. You can roll. Awareness is your spellcasting
Yes.
stat, correct? You can make an awareness
Yeah.
roll. If you beat 15, they just get to have that little grove there for probably like a day. Not super long, but a while.
Okay.
You know, it won't last forever, but it will last some time. Eventually, it will wither.
Sure.
Temporarily
As
protect
As all
them
things
from-
do.
I give him a nod and I say we're gonna take off now, but hopefully this might help you. And I reach down to the ground and I put my palm flat, spread my fingers as wide as they can, and then I grab a handful of dirt, and as I pick the dirt up and let it drop, that's where from that spot this wall of briars builds out in a 20-foot semicircle in front of the Florin.
What kind of
It's 5. What kind of briars?
what kind of dance do you do?
No dance for this one. The briars are 5 feet thick and 15 feet tall. It's considered hazardous terrain and it does 64 sharp damage to anybody who would try to go through it.
As the briars begin to grow and form, the Thorin nod at you, and they say, "Protection."
As best I can.
And
I leave a little gap at the end of the circle in case he wants to get out.
and then it says, "Travel with safe." And then it's lost behind what you've built. You've built something too tall, and that's all you can get.
I was gonna say that's not much for Gaul and Klep. That
They're gone in the first 5
immediately.
feet. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah,
He's leaning over it for a while just to continue talking to us, and then
yeah.
All right.
I like Florin. They're the good people.
So where did it say that the Kleppen were?
West.
That way.
Okay, so
Yeah, you have your
maybe-
navigator's tools according to the direction he pointed. West.
Yeah, I'm guessing right.
I've got my sextant
Sure,
out.
I put it on
know
the map.
So,
I roll a nat 20. I write Kleppen on my map.
yeah, so something we could possibly check out later.
Yeah.
Got it. Cool. Perfect. So we
Yeah.
move.
Oh,
I
actually,
don't
we have
plan to
West
find
Virginia,
my
we should be able to
family
find.
because they're gone.
No, but
Way
they're
off the way
technically
to go.
of your ilk. They're kin.
Be a start. Yeah, so Centaur, possible danger. They didn't know anything about any ruins. Apparently, it's just not that interesting to them. So, you know how it is.
I guess we just keep going.
Yep. Keep
Upward and
on.
onward.
Keep on keeping on. But I look at them and go, those were I don't ever remember hearing about what were they called again?
They were Florin.
Florin. Yeah,
Florin.
called Florin. They didn't have names. They just called themselves Florin.
Yeah, I do remember centaurs. They have a kind of a reputation of being not super friendly. Some of them are kind of cool, but the majority of them are kind of.
It's a horse's ass. It can be a horse's ass. They can be a horse's ass. Let's be honest. Let's just say it for what it is.
I looked down the horse. Not you. You're good.
It's a stubborn mule combined with a man, and that's
Okay.
just never a good combo.
Good night.
Good night.
Good night.
Thanks for coming in, keeping our chat lively. Love that.
Yeah.
Love it. Interactions, fantastic.
Fucking love that.
So, you guys continue to move on.
Mhm.
And you make your way
Downtown.
downtown,
Downtown.
and
Next time, on Dragon Balls.
you are coming close to approaching. You're coming close to approaching the area in which you suspect you will have to start really looking, right? It won't be navigating anymore. It'll be looking. You're coming close.
Perception time.
Not yet. You're coming close. In the approach, because you were both given a heads up, and you rolled a decent luck check, you are given some small bonus here. Now, I'm gonna make wrong dice. Don't roll that dice.
Before we go further, I just want to ask, do I get the abilities of Winston? Like, can I roll with Winston as well? Because he has keen senses, an additional +2 to awareness checks, relying on hearing or smell.
So
So
he's
on
a
so
trained
forth.
dog, not combat abilities, but like role play abilities. And
Well, no, he
exploration
said I
abilities.
could use the combat. He just doesn't recommend it because he'll kill Winston.
I'll kill him.
Okay.
Yeah, if you want to
Kill
use
him
him,
dead.
if you want to use him in combat, just expect that you will either have to protect him or you will lose him.
Yeah, and that's fine. So can I use him as he lies completely?
Other
You
than
can
the
use-
reduced health.
You cannot. What's his attack? He's got an attack. What's his attack?
A bite. That's it.
What's it do?
Yeah, none of it's amazing.
It's a natural melee weapon, +2 versus AR, hit 5.
That you can't do that on Twitch, Tony.
Hits on
Sorry,
5
it's
or
just-
hits for 5
I'm
damage?
so glad. I'm so glad that you showed up after, the lovely interaction.
No,
with you
no,
two happened.
stop it, stop it. No,
Answer my
He's gonna
question.
have
to
Did
spend
you
more
say it
story
hits for
points.
5 damage?
All it says is bite, natural melee weapon, +2 versus AR, hit 5, and then the damage is 1d6 +2 sharp, then +1 versus
the
4 hit, target falls prone.
Okay, so what I'll
Standard
say,
dog fare.
yeah, what I'll say is that being that I don't think you'll even know how to use that, one, and two, as soon as it attacks something, it is likely to get attacked. Sure, you can use it
Yeah.
outright.
no,
it's
no,
not.
no.
It's not overpowered.
No, he's talking.
Just asking if the stats are viable.
Yeah,
exactly.
He's more
and that's
talking
what
about.
and that's what I'm
outside of-
weighing here. And that's what I'm weighing here.
No.
That I wanted to weigh
Yeah,
how
okay.
powerful that attack was. Sure, it can pull somebody prone, which is to some degree very useful, but it's also its own level of dangerous because it has to be a melee for that. So
No,
you can basically use it outright, other than the health. But I'm going to tell you that its perception will be rolled by me unless it is asked by Gaul. Because the only way that you would know it perceives something is if I let you know it perceived something. Does that make sense? You can't actively
No,
ask
because it's a trained dog.
it.
It could
Correct.
alert to something, but you wouldn't know what it would alert to.
Yeah,
Correct.
I'm not saying I would know what it would alert to, but like, hey, I rolled a 10, but Winston rolled an 18.
That's what I'm
Does
saying.
he notice anything? And you would
That's-
just say, yes, he notices something.
And this is what I'm telling you. I'm going to roll it because it is a trained dog. But trained to do what? Let's start with that. And secondarily, even as a trained dog, if it's going to signal to you, I'll let you know it signals to you. Does that make
Drug
sense?
hound.
That's what a dog does. A dog signals to you. You don't get to be
Yeah.
like, oh, for sure this dog heard something, right? The dog signals to you.
Points.
Okay,
And-
then I'm not rolling for it.
No.
Okay, I
Glad we
don't
got
like
that figured out.
because,
It's
What are we
considered
doing
it-
again?
He's considering it an NPC, basically. He's
Yeah.
but I trust myself to roll for it more than I trust Jeff to just roll for it.
That's a
That's
His
fucking
dice are
shame.
garbage.
how it
Fucking
goes.
shame.
He gets to handle that how he wants. But I would say that that he's going to change his mind pretty quick when it becomes a pain in his ass. What are we rolling? What was the point of this argument again?
There was no point to this argument because you guys were not rolling anything. I was just telling you that I was going to give
Okay.
you a bonus. But he didn't let me finish. I was going to give you a bonus And that was going to apply to me. Oh my God, not to you. I will ask, who do you think, one, is in the front, and two, is the most easily noticeable?
It's gonna be, yeah, I was gonna say it's either Jorn or Gall at this point. Gall is riding a giant turtle.
Sure.
I'm riding.
That's
I'm
fair.
riding the horse and could technically be leading the way.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
And I'm a 6'5" dog person
It's between the two of
on a
us.
horse.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's pretty impressive.
It's a tarp.
Ooh.
Oh no, don't like that. Hate
Use
that.
magic words. Hold on.
You
That'd be
you
me.
hear something off in the distance, but you have no idea what you heard. That's how badly that went. But you now know you heard something in a direction. So now it will get even worse for them the second time. But it went so badly that I can't even justify it making it your direction. All right.
Glad we went here.
Yeah. On the second, yeah, I'm going to give it a second. I had to think about it. I'll give it a second. On the second, a long arrow thuds into a tree, not incredibly close. In fact, probably not even super close to Jorn. You now know that there is something shooting arrows at you. I will allow you to roll your awareness as what would be your initiative. And you also may double that awareness as looking for this thing.
Okay. So adding to that, with what I can, both perceiving and technically my nose, because I can smell it possibly.
No, this is purely a sight thing. I'm not gonna. There's no.
So it's
smell
just perceiving then.
just perceiving.
You smell something. It's all over the place. 19 for awareness. Perceiving.
What does the dog notice? What does the dog add?
25.
See, this is why it's
It doesn't matter. I'll
plus
do
2.
it.
For awareness, it's going to be a +2.
Okay.
Scottish werewolf. Fair enough.
The dog points in a direction for sure.
And
that's what it's
Clef rolled a nat 20.
Nat 20. All right, that puts you at the top.
Nat
Also,
20.
you'll need the number for that for your initiatives. I will allow the dog to go on your initiative, but I was giving you the thing you just very specifically kind of asked for right there in having it be able
appreciate
to see things. So what's your total number with your nat 20?
23.
23. All right, what else did we get?
25.
Wow, you got beat.
Damn.
No, I mean, Klep did with his nat 20. 25, okay, 23.
Oh, he beats me in seeing where it is, but he doesn't beat me in the order technically.
Yes, and that's exactly the point. And then
Gall.
Jay,
19.
19.
I said it
okay.
earlier. Sorry.
Yes, I just needed everybody to go over it again.
A Scottish werewolf.
And you said that Winston points?
Yes, in a direction.
In a general
Okay,
direction.
so cool.
This is not you. This is where your luck check got you lucky, guys. This is what not so bad is going to look like. Okay, so there we go. John. That. Looks like everybody's just going to go in order, basically. Gone. And
God, I'm gonna have to remember combat. It's been so long.
I know, I feel like it's been a bit since we played Mythcraft.
Mm-hmm.
it does feel that way,
It's
doesn't
only been a month. Calm down.
And then 2 weeks past that since combat.
Is this a bad time to tell you guys that spell I cast cost 16 spell points and I only had 25?
We had a rest.
No, you did not.
No,
Yeah, we did. We absolutely did.
You absolutely did
can-
not.
May I make the case that I did have time to do my little,
Fuck you.
I have a little ability to get like a handful of points back. Can I say that I did that? The meditation or whatever?
Yes, you can say that. I will allow that.
All right.
Somebody else took the reins for you for a bit, and
Yeah.
you did that. All right, so let's get into this a little bit. What's that going to be? Okay, it's going to be that. Not that bad. All right, cool. So, all of you, with so let's start with Klep because he got a nat 20. Klep, through fucking squinted eyes, can just barely, at well over 600 feet away, see a lone centaur in the distance. It would probably be further away. Oh, thanks. It would probably be further away if you weren't in a forest. I'd say that Jorn can also just barely see it, but like, or I can kind of see where it came from, can see maybe some movement. You know that thing when you're trying to look for something super far away, and you're like, I think I see something moving? It's basically that. You know?
I definitely triangulated from where the bolt came from, just know basically where they came from, but I may not have actually seen
Mute,
them.
unmute.
My
Yeah, your
There you
voice
go.
is robotic.
Yeah, you got
Beautiful.
robotic there for a bit.
No,
Bueller? We good?
It's
you're still robotic.
Still robotic.
Strange.
Mm.
I think it fixed itself. Your sounded normal.
Hey, it ain't
Right.
torchlit if it ain't technical errors.
Bueller?
Hey,
Nope, you're
let's
not.
get torture
It
technical.
is what it is.
Yeah, we'll just move
Do your
on. It's
own.
not that big a deal. If you can't mute and
Yep.
unmute and fix it, who cares?
Let's get into something because it's already 10:30.
Bueller?
It's all right. Just
Okay.
play through it.
All right.
We're sending it.
All right. We ball.
Yeah, fucking
Yeah,
we ball.
basically, I saw where it came from, but I maybe can't see the thing.
Yeah. Oh, actually, because I'm now reading this stat block, does a 12 hit your AR? No, I didn't think so. So another one kind of whizzes past you a little closer. Now we're going to go into turn order. As you know, it's far, as one of you knows, it's far away. As basically all of you do, because you're like, I can see clearly and I can't see. It's so hard to see anything. Is there something out there? But you know, and I think that it's great that Jorn kind of has this experience because Jorn gets the extra knowledge of like how far a bowman with a large bow can shoot. This is something that he's probably like learned of in his job. It's like he knows a little bit about battle. He is, you know.
Yep.
So though this is pretty fucking far, you know that like a good bowman can shoot this distance.
Fair enough. I'm gonna immediately equip my battle axe and my kite shield, and full sprint the horse towards it.
Absolutely. Full sprinting the horse towards it. I will give you, because it doesn't specify the amount of points it takes to move a horse, or at least I've never found that. If Jay wants to look
Let's
real
see.
quick.
What one movement technically would be the full course of the horse, which would be 50 feet,
Correct.
and give me at least one movement.
You get at
Yeah,
least
but how
one.
many AP does he
How
have
many
is what
AP
Jeff's getting at.
Right. How many AP does the horse have? Or more aptly, how do I charge you AP for this? What I think I'm
Right.
going to do is I think I'm going to charge you 2 because you are doubling your speed. It only makes sense that like, and granted, any ridden animal probably would charge you 2. Just,
Okay.
does it say?
This is
the
the thing
rules?
that I've never seen before, but the draft horse does say mount. While riding a draft horse, you have 2 M cap. But I've never seen that
movement.
term.
Yeah,
2
probably
movement.
2 movements.
Yeah, it's probably 2 movement count.
MCAP movement something AP. Yeah,
Movement cost AP.
I'm assuming that's what it says
Yeah,
under the
we're gonna
the draft
roll
board.
with that. And you know what? I'll even count it as your regular movement because it has a cap of 2. So I'll give you the 2 AP for it. You move 100 feet. Again, you know this thing's far as fuck away.
Okay. Yeah,
Do
I'm
you
just gonna
wish to
move, and then I will just hold the AP that I can over for the following because I'm now shielded up and ready for shit.
Ready for action. Absolutely. Klep, what you gonna do? You actually see it, even though you know it's so fucking far away.
The horse has
Klep
the
is
most
actually
health out
going
of all the
to-
animals we have.
Fantastic.
Klep is actually
It
going
should-
to dismount and order Winston to get in the cart. Because we
Is it
have a
turning
covered
behind?
cart, correct?
I don't believe you do. I believe you just got.
No, it's a wall. It's a low wall cart, so he could technically he could still hide and
He
be.
could still
it's
lay
like
down
relatively
in the
safe.
low wall cart. Yeah, absolutely.
Either way, that's what Klep
Yeah.
wants him to do.
Oh, he's hiding.
And
You put him in
Winston,
the cart. Tell him
Klep
to lay
is
down.
going to pursue on foot.
Sure.
Mind you, with the intention to, in reaction, because we're at a distance, and at least in my opinion, it'd be safe to assume Klep would see an arrow being launched at him at this distance.
Okay.
Correct?
Sure.
And then, in response, use a blink to.
No. That's not.
It's
the way that works.
instantaneous.
It does not matter. I'm not going to let you dodge fire with your blink. That turns that silly little ability that's already pretty fucking powerful into something that is
At-
unreasonable at your
At
level.
500 feet? At 500 feet? The travel time for an arrow at 500 feet is multiple seconds.
It's
Your blink has
surprisingly
action
quick.
points, correct?
Yes, it does take action points.
Then you just have leftover action points, and you
That's what I'm saying. I plan to use that as a response when I see the arrow shot to
blink away.
Yeah.
That's pretty key reaction time. I think that
Yeah,
because several seconds
so
is
that's how you do it.
not that fucking long. So that's pretty key reaction time. This is what I'll give you. If you want to do that, you're going to have to make a, let's see. I think I'm going to make it a DC 17 Dex check.
If you base it on the attack roll,
Oh, I love that. Base it on the attack roll. If it's going to hit you, all you have to do is make a Dex check that beats the attack roll.
Okay.
Okay. So you're moving forward. You're saving the AP. How many AP are you using to move?
I'm going to use 2 AP. So I pocket 2.
Okie dokie. Now we're moving on to Gaul. What you got, Gaul?
And I looked it up. I would have 2 seconds
how far away is
to
it?
respond.
Like 600, over 600 feet.
Yeah, I'm gonna use my Brood Eye natural ability of Face Step.
Also, briefly to address Henry's concerns, you have 2 seconds, but that's 2 seconds from the moment it is launched from the bow. You cannot see him launch an arrow from a bow. You can see an arrow at a distance where that turns into much less than 2 seconds. So it is very hard to see an arrow moving through the air at that distance. You'd be crazy to be able to see it at that distance. Maybe when it's
Yeah, but you
a
would see
quarter-
the action.
No. You would barely even. You're muted. You would barely even see the action.
Sorry. Yeah, you'd see the silhouette. That's about it. You wouldn't be able to see it moving. Like not that detail moving.
Okay.
Anyway,
Anyway,
good to know. I'm gonna use 2
Carry
AP
on.
to use Face Step, which makes me go invisible for a minute. So
Wonderful.
I'm gonna dis-a-fucking-peer. I'm gonna
Hold
step
10
into the never
10
never.
10 rounds, right?
I don't think
believe
it's that long.
rounds are like D&D.
Yeah.
I thought it was 6 seconds per turn.
That's the D&D
It's-
way.
I forgot.
I don't know.
That's what I'm trying to.
I believe
Yeah,
it
I
is
don't know
similar.
if
I
it's
think
different
it's
than
still
D&D.
6 seconds. I think it's still 6 seconds, which it's technically,
10 turns.
just like in D&D, it's 6 seconds a round, which means everybody's turn is on the same 6 seconds. Technically.
Yeah. So it should be 10 rounds. I'm gonna disappear, and then I'm gonna use my other 2 AP to move 40 feet closer to wherever that seems to be coming from.
Absolutely, you are invisible.
Take
Therefore,
like a
you are,
little bit off course to not be near everybody, but that's what I do.
you are invisible. Much harder to target. All right. Now, let's roll some dice. Arrows whizzing past Jorn. Several arrows whiz past you.
Okay.
3 specifically. None come close enough to making contact.
Okay.
Jairus hops out of the cart and spins. Let's see. Jairus hops out of the cart and he's going to spend 3 of his AP moving towards the sound himself. So he's going to move a whole 60 feet, which isn't very much, but it's what he can do. And he'll carry over 1. Hops out and he goes, "Fuck! Archers at this distance are dangerous." Back at the top of the order. Top of the order is of course Jorn. Jorn, what are you doing now? You've moved
Another
100 feet
200,
closer.
another 100 feet.
You are now another 100 feet closer. I like to be obtuse here because it's so difficult for anybody who's not a fucking extreme expert at this kind of shit to judge these kinds of distance. So I'm not going to say like, oh, he's exactly 600 feet away. I've already.
But at this point in time, having covered 200 more feet, can I see him?
Oh, you
Can I see?
him
Can
now.
I now see him? I can now see him. Okay.
Now you can see him. You've covered 200 more feet. You're within still a great distance, but you can definitely see him. You started moving towards him. More arrows came your way just a second ago. Like, now you can see him. But
Okay.
you know that he's still quite a distance away. Is that your whole
Okay.
round?
Yeah, I saved mine.
Yeah, absolutely. You charge in. Moving on to Klep. Klep, what do you do?
Another double move, so another. I want to say it's 60 feet. I'm trying to look that up. I don't have his.
Should be 40 because your
Should be
normal
40.
movement speed is 20.
Normal is 20.
Standard is 20, yeah.
Okay, standard is 20. Okay, so then another 40. So I've moved 80 feet total.
I'm glad I'm on the horse because mine would be way shorter.
Yeah. That's why you got the horse, my guy.
The heavy armor.
You're gonna move closer, and you're gonna bank 2 more. Klep scampers through the wood and the brush, at what is not a full tilt towards this enemy. Now, Gaul.
Each round in combat represents 10 seconds in
Oh,
inventory
okay.
time.
So it's
In this
six-
game.
six
There are
rounds.
6 rounds for a minute. Interesting. Okay. My turn again?
Yep. You've got
Gee, I wonder
now,
what I'm gonna do.
after this
4
round,
actions.
you'll have 4 more rounds.
Well, I think I'm going to use every action point I got to move 80 feet.
That's
That puts
fair.
me how far away from it? It's still like 500 feet away.
You moved
480?
120.
Yes. You
480.
moved 40. Yeah. So at least 480 feet.
That's what I
as
do.
described. Yeah. All right. It can't see you moving towards it.
That's
But
the
it
plan.
it can definitely still hurts itself in confusion. I'm just kidding. Doesn't
I imagine this like out of the scene from Monty Python's Quest for the Holy Grail. Ah! Ah!
Wow.
Never getting any closer.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the slow fucking roller crusher from Austin Powers and the guy laying on the ground.
Yeah.
Yeah. Does a
600 feet is fucking combat.
Does a 16 hit your armor rating, Jorn?
It does.
All right. So it hits you with a.
But now that I have all of these specific things to it, it doesn't do as much damage because now I know.
Fantastic.
It's Mike's super short show.
Mike, super short show.
Takes 7 sharp as an arrow thunks into you.
So I'll take 1.
Take 1. It thunks into the shield, but just barely makes it past the shield to scratch you. You go, ow.
Okay.
The next one whizzes past you.
Okay.
All right.
Having damage resistance is fun.
Can you
Yes.
hear the bow sounds that I'm making? They
No.
sound-
No.
I can't hear them.
No.
No, not at all.
Crank that shit up then.
So,
I'm able to block it, but it hits my arm still.
yeah, it gets you a little in your shield arm. You're like, son of a gun. That's a strong fucking bow.
It's a longbow. I can imagine.
And it goes to Jairus. Jairus is going to continue to do his best. He's just going to book it. He's going to fucking book it like you couldn't believe. Yeah. He's going to move 60 more feet and just kind of save one of his AP just in case.
I think that Jairus has the super uncanny idea that somebody else is breathing heavily near him as he runs. We can't see him.
Just here's the. What the?
Yeah,
That's not me.
He's moved a little further than you have, but only barely because he moved 60 twice now.
40 feet behind him is the sound of breathing. What? Is that me?
Oh no, it is literally the same because you use more of your actions. That's funny. Oh wait, no, yeah, same, just same. You see, yeah. I had to do the math there. All right, now we're back to as two individuals, though it looks like just one, hurry through the woods. We go back to Jorn.
Same thing. We're getting closer.
Fuck.
Though I need to check something.
Did give you a bow, right?
At this point in time, I'm actually going to hot swap because I can do it without action points. I'm going to hot swap to the crossbow.
There we go.
And I'm going to take a shot at this guy.
I don't have a crossbow anymore.
Technically, he was in range like a turn ago, but I kind of wanted to be closer. Does a 17 hit?
Klep, yeah.
Okay, hold on.
Jordan turns and shoots at Klep.
That one I heard. I heard that one.
He shot you with a
Does a
crossbow.
17 hit?
Does a 17 hit? Yeah, it does.
Okay.
Absolutely. How much damage do you do?
It's satisfying.
Max damage 6.
Fuck
Ooh,
yeah.
a whole 6 damage. Woo.
Get fucked, you Hercules killing son of a bitch.
All right, is that going to be your turn?
Yeah.
And how many action points did that cost you?
That attack cost me my entire AP, but I am going to hot swap back to sword and shield because I can do that as a free action.
Hell yeah, hot swap
You
back.
only have 3 AP?
It costs 4.
Cost 3. Do you have a heavy crossbow?
Oh, it's just
Yeah,
a regular
but-
crossbow. Okay, yeah,
A crossbow is 3.
yeah. Okay, so I still have 1, but I swap back for free because I can,
Yeah, you swap back.
and it brings my armor rating back up.
Fantastic. Smart move. All right, we're moving on to Klep. Klep, what are you doing?
Guys, duck. Fantastic advice,
Uh,
Celestial. Thank you.
Klep is going to quad move.
Okay, he moves 4 times. That'll be 80 more feet. So that puts you you moved double twice, right?
That's 160 feet
160.
that I've covered.
Got it. All right. You know what? I have to start tracking this. So
I forgot. I actually have.
you just hit 300.
Hold on. Sorry, I forgot. I had holdover from before. I actually have 6 AP. I could shoot again.
Oh, you didn't move another 100, so you're still only 200.
Wait. It was only 500 feet away?
What are you talking about?
I thought you said the centaur was 600 feet away.
I said it was at least 600 feet away. I'm tracking what distance you've moved.
Hey,
Yes, he moved 3 times.
Isn't this his third turn right now? Didn't he just say he
Yeah.
used
Yes.
all of his AP to shoot that thing?
Yeah.
Yeah, not my
Yeah,
movement
so-
AP, but my AP.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. So he didn't get to spend any to move. So he used it all to shoot.
Then he wouldn't be in range. That's the only reason I'm asking, because the range of a crossbow is 200. I'm not trying to be that guy, but the
Oh,
range of the
okay.
crossbow is 200 feet.
Okay, so what's the
Oh.
range of the crossbow? It's 200 feet.
200. Okay, so
Yeah.
then I'll just move then. Never mind.
Okay, so
We'll
let's
that
take
back.
that damage away. You didn't
Sorry.
shoot it. You moved again.
Yep.
You're 300, which means you're still not in range. But you took the crossbow out for a second, then realized you didn't want to do it.
Well,
another
no, not
one.
yet. Not yet.
Oh, neat.
Hey, Tony!
Ooh, and Celestial got a gift out of it.
Very nice. Very nice. We appreciate it. Thank you so much.
Okay.
So we're gonna move on.
Do you
to...
have mounted combat pulled up? Are you aware of how it works, or are we just winging it? Because there are rules, and I found them.
I don't have mounted combat pulled up. No.
So I found it. So you know, if your mount is under your control, you gain your mount's mounted combat action points. We guessed it. You lose any excess mounted combat action point at the end of each of your turns, and can only use mounted combat action points for movement and for the dodge maneuver.
Okay, so I do gain the 2 extra.
So you get 2
You
extra
gain
to
it
move.
as extra. You would
Yeah,
have
so
2
your
extra action
movement
points
is
for the last
free.
couple rounds.
So what we're gonna do is I'm not gonna retcon those rounds because it's like
No, that's fine.
it's
No,
silly.
no, no.
But moving forward,
will,
we know
but-
them.
Yeah, so I can move for free on the horse, and then I have my full action points to do whatever I need to.
Correct.
Okay,
Yeah.
so I will move and hold my action points, and I'll swap and go. No, he's still too far. Put swap back.
Okay. So you're at 3.
We'll keep
Clark
that. We'll
just
keep that
hit
as
180,
canon.
right?
Yeah.
Gall's at 120.
Sorry, Mav,
right
I wasn't trying to
No, you're good. No,
chop you down on that.
I
I
was
just started
reading.
crunching
The,
numbers. I was like, hold on.
I was reading the heavy one, and I didn't realize I was reading the heavy one, not the regular crossbow. That's my bad.
now.
So,
Absolutely.
of note, something that I have noticed about these animals that is very interesting, and it's one of the reasons I wanted to look it up, is they have things like the draft horse has a kick, but it prepares a kick as a reactive
Reaction.
action.
Yep. Yep.
So, kick once per round, the draft horse has prepared its kick action. When a creature moves into melee distance of the draft horse, it may make a trample attack.
Yeah. Dog now has growl. So
Hey,
I can
again,
prepare.
Tony. Thank you so
Ooh.
much.
I can prepare a bite to use as a reaction if I have growled beforehand.
Sick.
Yeah.
Those are fun. Those are fun. Let's keep going down the line. Down the line. Klep just moved. He committed his full thing to move. Gall, what are you doing?
You know me.
Not full. I've been carrying over.
He's
I
hustling.
still have 4.
Okay.
80 feet.
You should only have what you hold over from the last round.
Yes, you can't hold.
Oh,
they
is
don't
it?
stack
Okay,
up.
then I
They
have
don't-
You can't, you can't
Yeah.
like bang,
Yeah, you
bang,
only-
bang, bang, bang.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you can't super bang.
And I
Another-
have 2 remaining.
All
Yeah,
right.
you'll always
you
have
move,
2. If you take 2.
You move 80 feet, not wanting to be left behind. All right. So you see now the centaur decides to move. It doesn't move away, but it moves around, making it so that some of you aren't any closer.
It's circling basically.
It's starting to circle, which will make it hard to sort of keep up with. But that will also mean it can't shoot as many times. 16 hits you.
Does
All right. You're going to take 8 damage.
okay? So we'll take 2.
And then that's going to hit you. You'll take 7.
Okay, so I take a total of 3.
So as it runs, it stops, it 2 large arrows thud into your shield. One just scrapes out out the edge of the shield so it actually hits your body. The other one hits you in the arm again, causing a little bit of damage. I'm gonna try to this is probably gonna have to be a continued because like
Getting very close. Yeah.
we're almost at 11.
Yeah.
I figure you guys don't want to be on much later than 11.
I'm chilling. We can finish
I-
combat if you want.
Can I?
I am too.
Can I do one thing? Can I roll an intuiting check on this thing?
It would be really hard to tell anything from it, so it would be a very hard intuiting. Yes, you can.
I'm very good at intuiting. So
Yeah, absolutely. I'm going to say that this is kind of in the very difficult range. It's going to have
Finish
to
it.
be at least over 20.
Hey, we have the chat saying finish it, so.
Finish it.
Yeah, let's run it.
well, I did roll a 25.
Oh, yeah.
So I want to know: does it look like
What level
it's
is
leading us somewhere, or
No.
like manipulating us?
No.
It's just trying to kill us.
Yeah.
It's just attacking us.
It appears to just be using its
All right.
superior tactics here. It has the range advantage and it fucking knows it.
Okay.
All right.
And anyways, it just went. Jarrah's not wanting to be left behind. Is going to commit his full round to running and say fuck it, so that he keeps up with that weird breathing he's hearing.
Got two more turns, right?
2 more turns before you are within.
Visible.
Oh
Me?
yes, he's
Yeah,
got
I've got
Yeah, 'cause
two
I'm one more turn to be
Yeah,
within
two more.
range.
yes.
Yeah, and I've got
To
two
be
more turns.
potentially within range. Absolutely, to be
Yeah.
potentially within range.
You actually might be further than you think because you had the 2 extra MCAT.
No. I used them. I used both full.
Okay.
I can't use mine to move.
Yeah, but okay.
Yeah.
I would use mine as an action, as my own action. So
I
I'm
just
I'm
need to get-
300 feet total. One more turn should quote unquote get me within range.
Yes.
Okay.
Sure.
I just need to get closer because I can go 110 feet in 1 AP.
Sure. Well, keep trying.
So I moved.
Keep trying, little fella.
48.
All right, so you just see Jareth making his way as fast as he can,
Chugging
booking
along.
chugging along. We're back up to Jordan. Jordan, what are you doing?
I'm gonna do the full movement,
There you go. Another 100 feet.
and then I will attempt to, if I'm possibly within range, because I need to be within 200. I will ask.
You're gonna have to commit the action. You got to find
Okay.
out.
I'll commit the action. Screw it. Because I could freely swap. So
Right.
I will go ahead and use an action. That's an 18. Actually, sorry, it's a 17. Excuse me.
All right. With a 17, you see how shockingly close it feels like you get. It was.
That's for me seeing or for me shooting.
That's for you shooting. You see
Okay.
how shockingly close you get, but it
Okay.
does not hit. You imagine you're still just a little. It's still just a little too far.
Okay. And then I swap back
Yep.
and
you
hold
swap back.
what's left of my actions.
Klep, you're up.
1 second. Okay. I will move 4 times again.
Absolutely. 4 times is. You didn't move 4
80.
times the last 2 times, by the way. You said you moved twice the last 2 times. So you're moving 4 times for the
The
first
first
time.
2 times I moved twice, and then the second or the third time I moved 4 times.
He did. Yeah.
Okay. So that was 40, 40, and then 80.
So yeah.
Right.
160.
40, 40, 80, 80.
Now it's 80. This makes the second 80. 40, 40.
Yeah.
This is
Correct.
80, 80. Right?
Yeah. So 200 total.
Right. All right.
Wait, how is that 200 total? 40, 40, 80, 80.
80,
40.
I've moved 280 at this point.
That's 240.
240. Sorry. My math was off. I was doing 40 plus 80, 80. That was my bad.
You're good.
So you guys are about 100 and
280,
something meters.
Jay?
You said
Yeah,
I've gone
he's
4
moved
times.
he's moved three fulls and 1 partial.
Yeah.
Yes. So that's 80. 80, 80.
I've gone 4 times. It was
Yeah.
40, 80, 80, 80.
Yep. It's two.
Okay.
That's 280.
You're right.
I'm only limited to
Wait.
the 100 because of the 2 movements.
Yes. Yes. Okay. Does that
First
count
one is
for this
the first one is
too?
40. He held actions.
Yes. This is our 4th round we're in.
Yes,
Correct.
we're doing the same.
Mhm.
Yep. Mhm.
And I've already gone in the 4th round. Yes.
Yes, you're doing it right now. This is your turn right now. So this is the 4th
Yes.
round go.
Oh.
This is 280.
Oh, okay. Then I'm about to move 280 if that's the
Yeah.
case.
Yes.
Correct.
If I'm counting
Okay.
rounds correctly, this is our 4th round.
Yeah.
Okay. Can I make the case with my 25 intuiting that I know that I can head him off? Like I know where he's gonna run compared to
No.
where they're running. He's running away to get from them, and I'm invisible, which means he doesn't see where I would be going. Can I try to head him off in some way?
I will give you. I will
I'm
give
gonna
you with
change
such
course slightly to pinch
I will
her.
give you with such a high intuiting that you can assume which way he's going to go, but you cannot be certain he's going to go that way exactly. Which is
Because
just
you
do
change
that.
direction.
right.
I
He
do
could-
that,
he
whatever
could-
that is.
Yeah, he could decide to change direction randomly, and I think that's fair, right? But yes, you can be
I
like,
move-
okay, he won't see me coming if I go this way. Absolutely.
Yeah,
You
I'm
change
trying to
directions.
get ahead.
He's moving.
I can't outrun him. I'm hoping that I can get ahead of him.
Get
you
ahead
know?
of him.
Like I can
Absolutely.
head him off at the pass.
Absolutely. That's fair.
If I move 80, how far away am I from him at this point?
You're
280
280. You're
feet total. He
still
has
over
moved,
300.
so I don't
You're
even
still
know.
over 300.
Yeah, you're still over 300.
Away? Okay.
Yes, you would still be over 300 because even he's moving.
80 feet?
He's like he said, he's kind of circling, which puts him further away from certain people. And as they're moving, then it's just kind of sustaining a distance, right? Because specifically, Mav is just going to have to chase him as he circles, right? Mav can't
Yeah,
just.
so, well, everybody was kind of doing this. I already said that I was kind of getting away from the group.
Yes,
I want to fully go that way. So,
right.
like,
You're fully
head him off.
going towards where he's circling.
So,
Absolutely.
in theory, I should end up closer to him than everybody else because he's running from them. Yes?
Yes, but
little
that still puts you. Yeah, a little bit. That still puts you.
That's fine. That's fine.
At least 300.
About 300. Yeah.
Just for
Okay.
you when you move him, if
Yeah.
my math is different at all.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm going to keep that in mind. All right, he's going to move again, and then fire twice. The one who's chasing him the fastest is the most danger. He's going to miss both times, and it's going to go to. It's going to go to Jairus. Jairus is going to just full sprint. And then we're back up to John.
Okay. Same thing. Full 2 movements with the horse, and swap to the crossbow and fire.
Well, with the full 2 movements, you can do it. I'm going to give you. Can you really quickly, Jay, see what partial cover looks like?
I think we just give it TD, if I'm not
Yes,
mistaken.
but I
think
don't know if it's a
TD. I think
single
it is
TD. I don't know if it's a single TD or exactly. I think it is just a single TD, but I just want to double check. And Jay's really good at just looking this shit up, and I'm looking at enough screens.
Yeah.
Cover by hiding behind a barrier of some sort, you might gain cover. This will enhance your AR and physical defenses, or might make it impossible. Wow, something. When you have total cover, you are also concealed.
Okay.
How's the cover broken down?
It sounds like they kind of leave that up to you to add to their AR, and that's
Yeah, whatever cover you think he has.
yeah, absolutely. Okay, now I know. It's in my brain.
I'll see if I can't find a little bit more detail, but for now,
Yeah,
Do what you
go
gotta
ahead and
do.
shoot.
16.
16. Ooh, it's gonna be just enough. Roll your damage.
Max damage 6.
Take it.
It's like the attack you didn't do before.
Yeah.
they fucking use the term.
Except 1 less on my hit
Yeah.
or to hit. So I hit him with a crossbow bolt, 6 damage.
Yeah.
Nope, found it under conditions.
At least we know his AC ain't too high.
If at least half of your body is protected by an object that would block physical damage, you have partial cover. Your AR and physical defenses gain between +1 to +3.
Okay. Yeah. I will take that into account. Absolutely. That's about what I was
There you
giving him anyway. So
Yeah.
Yep. And then I'll do the same thing and swap back.
Yep, hot swap right back. All right. Clep, what are you doing?
He's gonna quad move,
Quad move.
so another 80.
Another 80, which will put you at 320. All right, Gall, what are you doing? Quad moving?
You say 320?
Yes, you're at 280.
You were 240 plus another quad move would be 320.
No, you're at 280. You're right.
No. Gall was at 280.
I'm
I
at
was
280.
280.
Gall was at 280. You were at 240. 40,
I
40, 40, 40, 80, 80, 240 plus another 80 is
I was
320.
waiting to map. I was waiting to map right here. Fucking
That
maps.
means I have 280 remaining.
Yeah, you've been saving it
I'm
over. You've been quad moving.
200. I am 280 feet away.
You don't know how far away he is because he's moved from where he started.
Yeah, you were at 240.
Don't try to calculate where he is. Just know where
Yeah.
you are.
You were at
Don't
240.
do the math
Plus
down.
another-
do
plus-
the math up.
Yeah, you were 320. You've moved 320.
Okay.
How far away am I from him at the start of my round?
At the start of your round, you still feel like you're a good fucking distance. Like
I'm
as,
just saying,
if
I have,
I
you
were
know,
if I
I
were
need
to
a number
round,
and just-
if Gall were to be with his navigating expertise, which hell, I'll give that fucking killer navigating roll. With your navigating expertise, you fucking pull out your sextant all invisible and shit, and you know that you are right around 300 feet away, which puts
Absolutely
you slightly.
fucked. That's what I thought. All right, keep running 80 feet.
Yeah, absolutely. Puts you at 360. All right. Now we're back. He's going to make 2 moves because you fucking hit him. And only 1 shot, but the 1 shot will hit for. Ooh, barely anything. 4 damage. I'm sure you don't even take it.
Nothing.
Yeah. Thunks against the
it.
shield.
Funks into the shield and doesn't hurt me.
Yeah. Now we're at Jairus. Jairus is gonna join the crew of people running. Luckily enough, I just have to make sure Jairus has basically moved the same distance as Gall, and keep track of what the difference is between the two of them. Which is hilarious.
How far away from me has he moved at this point? I'm guessing he's moved out of range.
He has moved. Let's put it this way: you can assume a horseman moves about as fast as that horse. So if he was moving 1 movement before, and now he moved 2,
I should still be in range if I move the full 2 again.
correct.
Okay. I will again move the same 2. Actually, hold on, wait a minute. In reference to where he's running and reference to where everybody else is behind me, can I try to circle around and push him back? Like, can I head off? I'll be out of range, but can I make sure that he doesn't try to scoot off in another direction?
You fucking. He's a dog. He's sheepdogging this motherfucker.
Yeah.
Right, you're trying to sheepdog him.
Can I
would say
calculate that somewhat? I do have navigating
I would
as well.
say that's going to be really hard for you on a horse, right? The horse's maneuverability is not crazy good, especially not in the forest. And in fact, technically, he should be moving way faster than you. If you just wanted to consider the fact that he has the natural, this is stuff he's used to running
his
in.
environment. Right.
Not
okay.
only is it him running, not his horse, but
Yeah.
it's this guy who runs as fast as a horse.
Yeah.
No, I understand. I'll just do the normal as before and
This poor fucking horse.
move at him and then fire.
This horse is wide-eyed as shit. Like, what are you doing with me?
Yeah, you're like dodging trees and shit, and like, and you're
At this point, Clep's just gonna go back to the cart.
Right? I mean, if we ran him further away, we could lead him back toward us. Try to set a trap.
16.
to hit.
Uh-huh.
It hits.
Okay. 4.
4 damage. Fantastic. I thought to myself, oh, here, I'm going to give them something that's a bit of a challenge. I didn't realize how crazy it was, how crazy distance can really fucking stack up.
Oh, bro.
Like-
I've learned this lesson so hard. That's why I hate you and Adaru right now. Like, so much.
Yeah, absolutely.
Range
yeah.
is like the only reprieve you can get for like something, and you guys can clear 100 feet difficult terrain can suck it. Like, it's rough.
Yeah. All right. So you hit him. Move on to Klep. Klep, what are you doing? You running another 4?
That's all I can do.
Yeah, absolutely. Because
I've moved 400.
you've moved 400. You guys are all kind of giving chase. So basically, picture it like this. He was moving. Sorry, let me do this so you can see it.
Yeah.
Jordan was moving straight at him, and then he started to move. So then Jordan
Yes.
basically hasn't been closing too much of a gap in this movement, but because the rest of you were behind him, though you also basically haven't been closing too much of a gap, you're starting to notice you're getting closer to Jordan because he's coming towards you in this weird way. Does that make sense?
Yeah, you guys, they've
Okay,
angled
would
a
I
little
be
more.
able to guesstimate the range that I am in
The
of this?
centaur is moving in a
Centaur?
circle.
He's moving at least currently in a semicircle. He could at any point change that.
So you understand where I was coming from. I was doing this, right? For behind Jordan, and I cut like this. So if he was moving like this,
No,
where
You're
am
gonna
I?
cut him off.
Yeah, that's
aware,
what I'm
right?
wondering.
I'm aware.
Okay. Check.
I'm calculating
Can,
that.
can
Where am I?
guesstimate the range that I'm in?
Yeah.
If
It's
you
Clef's turn
had
still,
to
right?
guess,
So-
if you had to guess, you were probably still close to 200 feet away.
Yeah.
That's what I need.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what you get. You're like, oh,
Okay.
I'm probably at least 200 feet away.
Okay,
Maybe a little less, but maybe a little more.
I'll attack him next turn then.
Fantastic.
All right.
Gall, that's you?
How far away am I before my round starts?
Absolutely. Gall,
A tiny bit closer, not a lot.
yeah, not a shit ton closer.
Tiny bit matters though, because I might be able to do something at the end of my round.
180.
Yeah, I'm gonna say that 180 sounds right. You think you're in the range of 180? Yeah, get your yawn out.
More of the sneeze didn't happen. Okay.
Achoo.
180
And
feet.
Bless you.
Okay. So if I
And my
move within
father, a
100
sneeze?
feet- Yeah.
Love that joke.
Very good.
Blinken.
I move 80 feet, and this is the end of the 5th round or the 6th round.
5th.
This is
This
the
will
end
be
of the
fine.
pits.
Great.
Yeah, one more.
This is gonna work out. This is gonna work out perfect.
So you move how many feet? 80?
80, of course.
80, got it. Okay, so 360 plus 80 is 420. Blaze it.
Yeah, Doritos, Four Loco, Mountain Dew.
Gall's actually gonna move 60 feet. Fuck's a joke. He's gonna pull out a blunt. Gonna use one of his actions to spark it up.
It's to spark
Which
it.
is the funny one because I'm the one with the smoking herbs.
I can grow them wherever I go.
It's fair.
Fair enough.
We gonna smoke. We gonna smoke your good berries. Is that what's happening?
He's running. He shoots once. He misses. He's galloping. Boom. Another giant arrow whizzes past you. He is now starting to notice that there are other people, and though one of you is faster, the rest of you could outnumber him. So that's the heads up for the rest of what this combat looks like. Now we're gonna go to Jairus. Jairus just fucking. He's keeping on.
He's moving it.
Yeah, he's moving it. He's a little behind all of you, but in the parlance of this, he's less than 10 seconds behind you. So
Fair enough.
it's not like he's actually further than Klep is in the less than 10 seconds. Hilariously, he's past Klep at some point. So we're back up at the top.
Rinse and repeat. Let's do it again. Close the gap as much as I can. It's not a lot because I know he's moving, but
Yeah, you are essentially holding the gap.
Yep. Okay, that's an 18.
Hits.
Okay.
Yes,
For
Tony.
3.
Tony gifted you a sub.
3
Also,
damage.
Yeah, 3 damage.
you got gifted a sub as well, Tatiana. I don't know if you noticed.
Wow. Tony's so fucking nice.
All right, you ride up. You pull out your crossbow. You put your shield on your side. Pull out your crossbow. thunk it at him, and then throw the crossbow behind you, pull out the shield again.
Yeah. At this point in time, I'm not actually technically equipping my melee weapon. I'm just set shield, crossbow, bring shield back up.
Yeah. So we're on to Clep. Clep, what you doing? You moving?
Yes, absolutely. So you said he's 200 feet?
He has since moved.
He has since moved, so he is roughly 200 feet. You now assume he's a little more than 200. The thing that he is doing is if you're trying to follow him, you are probably just maintaining distance from him at this stage.
Well, I am also trying to head him off.
Absolutely.
I'm not trying
Based on-
to keep up with horses.
No, absolutely. Based on the path that you're taking, you're gaining, but you're gaining slowly based on this path because again, you're also turning through woods and all this stuff. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, if it was like this and he's like this much ahead and Jordan is like this much ahead of you, that puts you here. So as he turns, you turn.
I had to turn more. It's harder for me. You guys are getting closer technically than I am, but at
I'm
the same
banking
time,
on the
still not
fact that I'm
much.
so much slower than Jorn that I turned a while ago, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You guys are
That's what I'm
steady.
banking on.
You guys are gaining more
So-
ground than I am, but not by much.
Yes.
Then I will.
In theory, he's
Um,
helping us a little bit by moving into us into me at this point because he doesn't know I'm there.
Correct.
Then I will double move, which clears 40,
Mm-hmm.
which puts me at roughly 160 away.
Again, talk about what you've moved, not where you think you're going.
Well, I have to calculate it so that I know when I'm in range.
He's going to tell you what
I-
range do you need to be in.
I
Tell
need
me
to be
what
within
range-
80. That's what I'm
Okay.
saying.
Yes. You tell you. It's easier if you just say, "I need to." Tell me
Okay,
when
so
you think
I'm
in
going
within
to-
180.
I would like to move 40 feet,
Okay.
and then I would like to blink the 110 feet.
So you want to go a whole 150 feet.
50.
Yes.
Okay.
And then I would like to cast my Blinding Darkness, which has a range of 80 feet.
Okay.
Nice range.
Yes.
See, you moved 150 feet. Shit, I erased where you were at. That was going to help my calculations.
320.
He was at 320.
No. I was at 400.
400 even.
three-
Yes.
Yes.
He was at 4 even, so that takes him to 550.
No, because this is the 5th round.
Yes.
Yeah, we should be.
I've been keeping track. I have a calculator.
20,
Yes.
20, 80,
I am-
80, 80.
Before I have moved this round, I am at 400.
Yes. So that takes him up to 550 just now with his
Yes.
150 extra feet of movement. So
That
now,
would hold on. At 4 rounds, he would have moved 100 feet per round if he's at 400 now, which he is not.
This is the 6th round.
No, this is the 5th round. This is round
That's
5.
I go after Clep, and I just did my 5th round.
This is the 6th round.
this is the 6.
Yeah.
We just hit the 6.
Okay.
Yeah.
We
I
just-
miscounted then. My bad.
Yes.
I have a calculator. I am doing it every turn.
No.
I know
He's
what I'm
right.
at.
He should be
I'm,
right.
I'm also keeping track. Okay, so you hit 550. At 550, you then you need to be within 80 feet. Go ahead and commit the action. You don't know.
Okay. Does a 16 hit his anticipation?
His anticipation. All right.
Great question.
It is a great question. I'm doing the math in my head because I've been doing the math in my head this whole time.
Grandpappy, no eating on stream.
So
But I'm riveted.
you see well, even at that distance it's still a little difficult to see. You see him rub his eyes. You cannot be certain he's affected. The spell itself
My
doesn't tell you if he's
just
affected.
sweat.
This, I just want to say, the way we are structuring this is ruining our creative narrative of what we can do as the players. Because
Do you
I don't
all?
know what I'm doing.
Yes, you're right. What I'm giving you is a realistic narrative of like, hey, realistically, you don't get to just be like, hey, am I 110 feet away exactly from this thing? Especially from something moving in a
I don't play
forest.
fantasy games for realism.
Let the Mythcrafter craft. Let him craft.
Yeah.
If you
So
really feel like it's ruining, I don't think it's ruining your
it
narrative.
may or
What I
may
think it's
not be
ruining,
blinded.
he may or may not be blinded. I don't think it's ruining your narrative. I want to adjust this because this matters to me. I don't think it's ruining your narrative. I think what this is ruining for you is your tactics. The narrative is enriched by the idea that sometimes you don't know exactly how far away something is.
No, I'm saying I
tactically-
cannot describe what I want to do.
You can describe what you
Because
want
I
to do.
don't know.
You can describe what you want to do. You just can't describe what the effect of what you want to do is. Does that make sense to you? You're in control of you. You're not in control of the world.
Correct.
So you can happily describe
But
what
I'm
you
saying,
want.
like, even for me doing the blink, I couldn't. It was like, well, you can try and do this, or you can try and do that.
You can
I,
you can blink. You just don't know exactly how far away you are. That's all he's saying.
okay.
You see what I'm saying here? You control you. I give you full pledge, hey, do whatever you want. But don't expect on the other end of it to control the world. Whatever happens in the world, I control.
Okay.
Let's move forward. He may or may not be blinded. Gall.
It is my turn. Okay. What's my distance ish? Give me a ballpark. I know we just had a big argument about it, but like I said, my whole shtick is that I'm invisible, and I'm hoping that gives me the edge.
Absolutely. I will ballpark you. You are ballparked probably less than 150. Because you have been invisible and have intentionally taken a different path than everybody else for the last 3 turns.
Okay. You said 150?
Less than 150. You don't know exactly how much?
Approximately.
Approximately.
I'm just gonna do my last 80 feet of full on run.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah, that's doable. Let's make it. Actually, I'm gonna do 60. I'm gonna save 1 APC and begin casting Crawling Vine.
Okie doke. You'll do 60, which will put you at would put you at 500, so 20 less than that, 480. All right, cool. You do that. We're back at him. He's going to move again. He's going to move twice, shoot once.
And as I begin to cast, I'm no longer invisible, I imagine, unless it starts on the next round.
Um,
The round is still going, so you'd still be
Okay.
invisible.
it's
I
still
start to
invisible.
cast.
You start to cast. By next
Yeah,
round, he will be able
you
to
haven't
see
attacked anybody yet, so
you. Right. By next round, he will be able to see you, for sure. Doesn't matter. But regardless, by next round, he can be able to see you. So as the round ends, you start to become your visibility improves. You see it sort of shake off whatever had struck it. It shoots out at the little creature. I will give you. I'll give it 2 TD to
If
hit
it
you.
was blinded, then it is the end of my next turn.
Correct. If it was, I'll give you 2 TD. I'll give it 2 TD to hit you. To say 15 hits you.
Me? Yes.
Yes, absolutely. You've now made yourself more of a danger. Fuck. That sucks that roll hits you.
Oh no.
13.
Okay.
Yeah.
Jesus.
The dice did not like you. That's strange.
Fuck. That's
Joel
usually
was
me
getting-
getting hit.
was getting like 3s on the D12 roll. You got an 11.
Note to self, don't upcast this spell. Gonna need to save some because save some healing magic.
So, It moves, shoots an arrow, gets you. That's all it's gonna do. I will move to Jairus. Jairus is going to just keep up the good fight. Jairus figures if he's running at it, at least maybe he makes another target. And he's going to get a little closer than Gaul. Not well, further than Gaul, but maybe not closer. But he will definitely get closer. All right, and now we're back at the top with Jorn. Jorn, you're basically just maintaining distance, so you're still within the distance. You're just not really getting any closer.
Yep. 18.
18 hits.
Full 6 damage.
Look at you go. All right.
Now, at this point in time, I'm not gonna save. I'm gonna hit him. I'm gonna try to hit him again.
Go for it.
So I've been saving over. I'm not gonna save this time. I'm just gonna go straight for another one, just to try to slow him down.
Yeah.
15.
15 hits still. Yeah.
Okay.
15 was close though. 15 still hits.
2 damage.
Ouchie, ouchie. All right. Now we're going on to Clet. Clet, you realize that after you cast your spell, you're like, dang it! As you were just, it seems you were just out of reach. He was just out of reach of your magical abilities. Something that is, as I say, just difficult to tell. And now you've also been hit by an arrow. What do you do?
Hides behind a tree.
Okay.
Gets covered.
Great concealment. Nice.
Yes.
Up your
Grades
AC.
concealment. Grades concealment, which means he just won't be able to hit you. Fair enough.
Kleppen fucking pro move.
We're still chasing the centaur. That's what's happening. We're chasing a centaur. He's been wounded, but he's not. He's still going.
Chasing the centaur through the woods, and it sucks.
Do I know the rough distance of it? Even
As it moved, and you didn't, it's...
I may move. At the start of my turn, roughly how far away was it?
At the start of your turn, roughly how far, you needed 80. You'd think if it was just out of your range, it was like 100. It has now moved a little bit, so it might be a little closer to, if I'm shooting out the guess that you would make, probably around 150 because of the circle it's making and because of just the angle you're at, which is not as far away as you could be because it is really running from close quarters combat. And you're not in any danger of being in close quarters combat. Jorn is.
It does not want to meet Jordan in close quarters combat.
Yes, because that really risks stopping him altogether.
Then Klep isn't going to do anything. But full transparency, the reason that frustrated me is because Klep had extra movement and would have moved closer when he cast blindness.
Sure.
That's why that was frustrating.
I'm going to ask you this question. If you were
we
running,
can move on from it. I was just expressing it.
Yeah.
Klep hides behind a tree.
Okay. We'll talk about it later. Klep hides behind a tree. Next, Gaul.
Okay. In theory, I was around 70 feet away.
Theoretically.
No, 90 feet. 90 feet.
You're around 90 feet away, theoretically.
How fast has the thing been moving at this point?
As fast
100 feet, like...
Yes.
Yeah, it's fast, like as fast as Jorn has been.
As fast as Jorn has been.
Okay. Okay. I'm going to give you my exact numbers because at this point I exist. He knows where I am. This is my shot. So I'm just going to go for it. I am going to use 3 of my action points to cast Crawling Vine. It has a range of 60 feet. I may then use 1 of my action points to move it an additional 20.
Okay.
How far away is my crawling vine from him?
So how far can you cast it from you?
It's going to end up 80 feet at the end of my turn.
80 feet at the end of your turn. The element of surprise, the idea of cutting him off, I'm going to give you... You know what? I'm going to give it to you. I'd say that between the element of surprise being completely invisible and you have...
Okay, actually, hold on. Let me walk this back, because that's going to be the end of my actions. Can I grow the vine where he's going to run?
Can you grow it where he's going to run? Yes, but there's a chance he sees it.
Okay. We are in a forest, and it's a vine.
Correct. That's
But
why
that's
I said
what I
there's a
do.
chance. That's why I said there's a chance.
I throw that thing about 100 feet in the direction he's already running. And when I finish casting, I do it like loudly. So it's like, look at me, but I cast the vine like over there. I'm doing my dance.
Trying to distract. He's trying to pull a magician. He's doing stuff over here, but he's making you pay attention over here. All right.
Okay.
Well, let's see. See if your
Look at the
performance
left
doesn't
hand,
go.
you son of a bitch.
All right.
See if your
Well, then.
performance works.
Let's oh, you're in luck, I guess. Look at you, lucky ducks. All right, you do that. He's going to keep running because he is more focused, thanks to a roll I just made. He is more focused on escaping this clearly prepared armed combatant on a horse than you guys, which are doing stuff to him and may be dangerous, but he's still trying to like just run away.
A strange little horned man just jumped out of nowhere and did a little dance. It's not that compelling.
Yeah, a 16 does a hit.
To me? Yes.
Yes. 16 hits. He's still trying to slow you down a bit. He's going to do 11 damage.
That would hurt. Okay.
You've been doing okay over there. You've been taking a lot of arrows.
No, I'm good.
He's
Chilling.
been soaking most of them with his shield,
armor.
which I feel like
That's great.
Yeah, the armor and the shield, whatever the DR from that, I feel like there's maybe a discussion about the
takes some
degradation of it.
As to my knowledge, so right now I have 2 physical resistance from my chainmail, 2 resistance from the shield, and I have the ring of protection with damage resistance of 2.
Oh well, shit, damn! Look at that! All that shit you got added up. You are
tanky.
good. Yeah, you made the right moves. You
Yeah.
made the right moves. Hell yeah! You're asking the right questions. Okay, so he runs, which means you planted it in front of him for this movement. This movement he is making right now. He will run into your vine. That was your plan, correct? To plant it where he
Yes.
was moving to. He
Yes.
didn't pay attention to you or the vine because he's worried
Worry about me.
Exactly.
Yes.
And the other thing that was casting at him,
If I did it
Distraction.
correctly, he just needs to be within 10 feet of the vine.
I will give you that. He's within 10.
Yeah. Okay.
I'm going to say
So
that he
that-
doesn't run
that-
directly into it, but he runs close enough. He runs within that
That's
10
fine.
feet.
I still
So-
can't do anything. I don't have action points, but on my turn, I will take
Correctly,
10
so it's my
of that.
turn, correct?
No, it's
Yes.
Jairus's. Jairus runs another
Okay,
8.
so-
Jairus runs another 80. But
So let's be more specific. Whose turn is it that matters?
That's hurtful. That's hurtful. Come on, don't be like that.
I mean, you're right. Jairus has not done anything for range. So we're back down. We're back to Jordan now. Jordan, it is your turn. You were chasing him, and you know you're chasing him at this point.
Yeah, I'm gonna rinse and repeat. But I'm only gonna shoot once because I don't have any holdover at this point in time.
Yep. Tell me if you hit. Or tell me what you do to hit. What you land.
17.
17 hits.
Okay. 5.
Ooh, that was a good one.
Yeah, not bad. Not bad.
All right. Yes. You hit him one more time. Another crossbow bolt funks into his hindquarters this time as he's just moving. We're going to go to Klep. Klep, are you still behind the tree?
Yep.
Is there anything you want to do besides hide behind the tree?
I can't close the gap.
The gap is very hard to close.
Stay behind tree.
Got shot real hard.
Now we're at Gaul. Gaul, this is your shot. This is your one shot. You want opportunity.
I was trying to look up a particular rule because it's been a bit.
Absolutely.
Sorry. Where are the conditions? There it is. All right, so I'm not attacking. I am attempting to grapple this creature with my vine.
Does Vine have stats that make it viable for grappling?
It
Yes,
does.
alternatively, you may choose to have the vine grapple. I've done it before. The vine grapple a creature instead of damaging it if you hit. So I'm still rolling to hit.
Okay, cool.
I got fuck.
Come on.
Don't
Fuck
do
doesn't
this to me
sound
after
great.
this whole fucking time.
Fuck doesn't sound great. I'll give you
An
a
11.
TA. I'll give you
In 11, it's a 12, but that's okay because for another 2 action points, I do it again.
okay. I unfortunately I cannot give you a TA on both of them. On one of them, because it didn't see it coming, right? I'll give you TA on that. That face doesn't look like you rolled any better the second time. Did you roll any better the second time?
You rolled a 1.
Fantastic. It ties itself in a knot for some reason. I'm just kidding. I'm not going to punish you for it. But it doesn't. It doesn't. It doesn't. Should go without saying it doesn't. And now it knows it's there, so it actually changes direction. Which is not great for most of you. Changes absolutely nothing for Jorn. But now...
I didn't guess that.
Now, I'm going to ask you a simple question. Because it's its turn, and it changes direction. And it moves the whole time. Doesn't turn to shoot. Do you continue to try to chase?
The biggest issue is that it could possibly be trying to get other people.
It
But
sure
if we get
could.
back to the cart, if we get back to the cart and move, we could possibly be away from the area by the time it comes back.
Yeah, absolutely. I'll tell you when it gets to Jairus' turn, Jairus sees it full running away in a different direction that now you're not really chasing it. It looks as though it is in a retreat. Jairus turns around and goes back to the cart. That's what Jairus is going to do with his turn.
I'll
Because that-
disengage. It's already at full sprint far enough away where we can't catch it now specifically.
Yeah.
I can see that it's taken off. I'm going to go ahead and I will disengage and head back to the cart.
Yeah. You all make it back to your cart, and as you all do, I'm sure Jorn is like, Jorn expresses that he thinks you guys should keep moving. Jairus says,
We should go.
I was already heading back. Oh, God damn it! God damn it! I got the vine traveling next to me. You let me down today.
Yeah, I'm gonna at this point in time though, I'm going to attempt to take a rest. I'm gonna tie the horse to the and try to pull the arrowhead out of like my shoulder and stuff because I took some damage.
do you want to take a rest in the cart as it moves? Is that your plan?
Yeah, that's why I'm gonna tie the horse to the cart and take my rest in the cart.
Yeah. You attempt to take your rest in the cart, or you take your rest in the cart. Jairus says, "Oh, shoes," and you guys continue moving. You know you don't have much further to go. You hope that you can that whatever time it'll take for that thing to run away, if it decides to come back, you won't be where you were. All agreed?
Yep.
All right.
Yeah.
That'll be the end.
6 bolts. Seven bolts.
That'll be the end of today's wonderful and weird adventure of Mythcraft Country. Hopefully you enjoyed.
Horses' asses.
Hopefully you enjoyed the weirdness, the funkiness, and what was a real mental challenge of a combat. I know that I personally will have to have discussions about this later. But until then, all of you, I hope you enjoyed it. Like I said, I hope you join us next time. Next Wednesday. Next Wednesday, we will be not doing this show. Obviously, this is a Friday show, and we won't be doing System Overload, our new show. No, we're going to be doing our other new show, Orm's Legacy. Please join us for that, where we will play good old-fashioned Dungeons & Dragons 3.5. Until then, I hope that you have a wonderful weekend. Party on, Garth, and
Party on, Wayne.
tell good stories.
Tell good stories.
Actually, craft good stories.
Oh, wait. Craft good stories.
Craft good stories.
Roll up with a book dragon. Find a good story. Read that.
Hell yeah.
Hey, maybe it's in the stolen library.